Oh, wow. That's a good thing I
We
got
can hear
that.
you now, by the way.
Oh, nice. Did you get some sleep yesterday?
5 hours.
Okay.
5 whole hours.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. I love not getting sleep. I'm kidding. I need 7. Honestly, 7 is like the key to everything. But
I think I got about the same amount of you. Now that I live beside Noi Noi, and I have 4 karaoke machines surrounding my room. At 8:30 in the morning, like superstars come up.
Yeah.
That's how you wake up on Saturdays and Sundays here.
If you're going to be in the Philippines, you definitely have to become a morning person real quick. That's for sure. Because, my gosh, everybody gets up early, and and they go to bed late. So there's no change in anything. But
well, when I first came to the Philippines, when I was in Manila, my first night there, I got a Red Doors hotel. So it was late. I mean,
by the hour? Or?
Nah, just for the night, right? So I don't know. I couldn't sleep in that hotel. It's not really a good hotel. Anywho, I wake up at 5 in the morning or quarter after 5, and then I'm thinking to myself, man, I really need a coffee. And I know in my city, it's impossible to get one or anywhere else. I get up at 5 in the morning, go downstairs, walk out the Red Door, and music starts. And there's people carrying cabbages, and it's like a whole scene from a movie.
Right.
And then there's a lady there, she's looking at me, she's like, would you like some coffee, sir? I'm like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. The whole world's already fully awake.
Fully awake.
Yeah. If you came down here to the beach, it'd be the same thing. You'd be like, what the heck? People are drinking Red Horse, and there's families out in the water. 5 a.m. is the ideal time for them.
Well, it's healthy. You're waking up with the sun. I guess it's something that I'm not used to. I'm still not used to it, actually.
Yeah. No,
I'm
I've been
still
here for years. I don't do it.
A big baby. I 8 o'clock in the morning, hit the snooze button 16 times until I get up at 10:30. I'm still that guy. Harry, actually, he's really good. Harry gets up at 5 and he's doing yoga and he's walking the beach 10 times. He's there. He's in the zone. We got to be more like Harry.
Yeah, we do. True. That's true. We'll get to that later when we have more. So hello to everybody who's joining in here. We're letting people roll in. Once again, I got Richard here.
Hey.
And I don't know, I had him on live before, and I don't know how many of you realize, but Richard here has mastered the art of budgeteering in the Philippines. So that's why it was pretty important to bring him back. And I also wanted to help him out a little bit because he started his YouTube channel. And I think the problem is people watch my videos or whatever and they're like, oh, why am I not as successful or anything? I hope you're not falling into that trap because when you're brand new, my first videos got 3 views, 6 views, 2 views, 0 views. To break 10 views, believe it or not, is really hard. And especially that's why they always tell you collab, because then you can get out to more people quickly. But without that, you really will sit undiscovered for some time.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I hope you're not, you were getting great views, considering your channel is brand new.
I know, it is so true. And that is due to, because Michael invited me to do an interview, and I had 0 subscribers. And then by the end of the night, I had 350. So with Mike's interview, that really boosted I was ecstatic. I was going And so I have a video that's 3 weeks old, and it just hit 500 views.
Right.
Which is
that is really good.
It's a big thing. Right. Yeah. And
now you're right at 400. I looked this yesterday, it was at 398.
So I got 400 subscribers. Yeah. So
I'm sure you must be right
it's
there.
It's mounting.
Yeah, it's in this screenshot, but I can't see it because it's too
right.
small. Anyway, guys, so you can check him out. He actually does a lot of videos that are going to be quite a bit different than me because, well, he's a single guy, number one, and he attracts the ladies like you can't believe. Nobody follows all of my waitresses more than him on every Instagram or whatever. They all have goo-goo eyes for him, I swear. Not all. I get some of them have boyfriends. They're not looking, promise.
Oh, yeah. All in good fun,
Yeah. But he just walks down the beach and he just attracts everybody. So, his video content is going to be far in a way different.
Yeah.
But also the fact that you made out the video recently, breaking down your budget, and I don't think people realize, because like I just showed that $5,000 a month. How much what could you get if you had $5,000 a month budget? And the answer really in the end was you can't. Unless you buy a lot of junk, you just can't spend it. Or own a restaurant.
Right.
And dump 4,000 of your 5,000 into it. But yeah, that's the only thing really you can't. And so a lot of people who are worried, even though there's a million videos out there, they still will say, me and my wife have $3,400 or $4,000 a month in pension. Do you think I'll be all right there? And it's, it makes sense. You're going to flip your whole life upside down. You're going to pack up everything, sell everything you own, and move to a foreign country. You probably want a little more reassurance over and over again that you can actually do this, right? It is possible, and it's hard when you get stuck in a life or a rut. Life is a rut, that kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, it's not easy for a lot of people to wrap their heads around, but hey, you hear it from enough people, and eventually you will.
You start to get it,
and then the confidence,
and then you do it.
And you do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Right. I just did it. Just went so.
Yep, you just did it. Because you came from Toronto.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I came from Mexico at the time.
Oh.
So I moved. I went to Colombia for a bit, and I went to, this is during COVID, by the way. I left Canada. It's too strict for me. So then I moved to Mexico, and then I started scouring the internet for videos. I found Michael. Michael and we spoke online for a few hours, and then I eventually just came here. So that's a big leap, actually, because I was actually searching for a cheaper place to stay.
Yeah.
Because my budget was just going down the hill. Mexico is getting super expensive.
What were you spending there?
Well, you know what? It's easily, like Canadian terms, about $1,500 a month.
Okay, so about $1,200.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Right.
I mean, I'm a single guy, so that makes sense. But in Canada, I was spending $2,400 a month, $3,000, $4,000, depending on the month, really. So even if it was in Mexico and I spent $1,500, that was a deal. I'm like, I can save $1,000. It was like, that was like money in the bank. But then eventually that got to a point where food I was in Oaxaca, and you don't really want to live anywhere besides the bottom of Mexico, Oaxaca, San Cristobal. It's just really safe there. Okay. And there's a beach.
Right.
If you live anywhere else in Mexico, you're going to get dirt cheap, but you're also going to get, the crime. So
the cartel.
And you're going to get the cartel. Yeah.
So buddies.
Yeah. So those safe havens in Mexico, they start to get really expensive because all of the tourists go there. So yeah, I was out. So I guess with that I have like some experience budgeting.
Yeah.
But then not really, because I was losing so much money. So yeah, now I just that's.
Yeah. So
okay.
But you came here, but you didn't immediately get into the lower costs. That a lot of people. Now I just want to make sure people understand, and I get messages saying, okay, can you just send me links to places I can rent long term? And I'm like, oh my God, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Come here first.
Yeah.
Budget yourself like a month or whatever of short-term rental stuff, right? It could be Airbnb, it could be something whatever, like one of these motels, something cheap if you want. And for a month to go, you have to see these things in person.
Yeah.
Don't just sign up with some guy on Facebook that'll take your money, because if they're taking your money, they're very likely a scam, because they will be like, no, you're not renting until you see it.
Yeah.
And here in the Philippines, they get their leases notarized by, maybe not Harry, that kind of thing, but
right.
Everybody gets it notarized by a notary. So you get a notarized lease and everything, and there's this whole process. So if they just willy-nilly accept the money from you, chances are there's no place for you when you get here. So just please rent on a, like an Airbnb type thing. Yeah. Come here, spend the time, go look at the places. And there is no Zillow, Willow, whatever. There's no MLS. There's none of those things here. So the only thing here is Facebook. So I know people hate Facebook, but you can't survive here without Facebook. You don't have to add friends. You don't have to do anything. You have a blank profile. But you have to have an account so that you can go there and contact them, because there's no websites here. Everybody has a Facebook profile. and then you rate their Facebook profile, and generally their messaging is done only either that or WhatsApp. So you have to have it. Anyway, that's where everything is listed that's going to be listed. If it's not listed, it's because it's on a sign that somebody hand wrote and it's in front of the building, and they're not putting it online for some weird reason. But yeah, even 90-year-old men here use Facebook. Like, Facebook is everything.
I didn't know that actually, because I was asking Mike for his contact. He's like, here, use my Facebook. I'm like, use Facebook? And Michael basically was like, everyone in the Philippines uses Facebook. And then, like, I will follow people here on Facebook. I'll just meet them. And I have 70 friends right now on Facebook because I reinstated my account, so I have 0 friends. And then I'll just make a friend with someone else, and I'll look, and they'll be like, wow, this person has 4.5 million followers. And it's actually so enormous how many people get followership. Just a normal girl down the street, I look at it, wow, she's got 230,000 friends. This is crazy. And then you start to realize, like, oh, everything is Facebook in the Philippines.
The whole economy.
The whole economy is, That was actually, so I reinstated my account because I deleted my Facebook a long time. I was like, nah, I don't want this. But now I'm like, oh my God. I'm like putting a banner. I get my picture up there now. I'm fully.
Hey, ladies. So you just can't survive here without it. And I get why people hate it and everything, but they already captured this country. And I lived in Albania before this. They captured that country completely.
Wow.
Another thing is here you can get Facebook only plans, and they're super cheap. And Facebook actually pays the cell phone companies for this service. So if somebody really wants to get really cheap a cell phone plan, they'll get a Facebook cell phone plan. And so that's the only thing you can watch. They have no data otherwise. Also in Albania, it was the same thing. You could get Facebook for free.
Oh.
Right? You didn't have to have any data. You could get Facebook for free.
Wow.
Facebook pays the cell phone companies. So Cambodia was sort of the same thing too. Everything was on Facebook. So it's just, they've already captured this country. You know, you're not going to change anything, and making a stand or something, it's not, you won't matter that much, I assure you, out of 110 billion people or million people, sorry. So anyway, if you want
that's a good word.
They
captured it.
Yeah.
They rather capture it instead, and that makes sense. That's why Facebook's still probably the biggest platform in the world.
And people go, I'm not using Facebook,
I
use Instagram. Okay, that's Facebook. Okay, I'm using WhatsApp.
Oh, that's
Facebook.
Oh, they really,
they bought them all. So, there's... And here, everybody's got TikTok brain or Facebook brain or Instagram brain. There is no other brain, you know.
So to go back about the rental thing. Okay, so when I first came to the Philippines, remember when you come here, you have no visual experience of this place. So when you get to the airport, you're like, wow. And then when you walk out of the airport, you're like, wow. Like, so you're not really in a zone right away to start looking for an apartment. You're captured by the beauty of this country. So before I came here, I rented on Airbnb, in fact. So from Mexico, I booked it. Well, you're gonna be paying the most expensive price. I was paying at least $750 a month, but I only did it for 1 month, right? Because I told myself, I said, go there for 1 month and check it out. So I was on New Road. And then I finally met this guy named Buddy, who is the uncle of the mayor of this city, which is quite funny. Not sure if he's pulling my leg, but he would drive up the signs of the mayor, and he goes, look at his face. And he goes, look at me, look at his face. See, we look the same. I'm like, oh, I think it's a joke.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just funny.
They had to do that. He's likely not him.
He was just joking with me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when I met Buddy, he was like, okay, look, I'll give you a deal. If you stay here for 1 month, I'll cut your rent down, by a lot. Then that was like 500. So I was like, okay, now I'm just, that took a little while too.
Wait, so 500 Canadian? So 20,000?
Yeah, exactly.
20,000 pesos?
That's right, a month.
380 American.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm Canadian.
I'll translate. Okay, I'm Canadian too, but I've been on the YouTube for too long.
You're experienced, okay.
Yeah. And I lived in America a lot. Well, I've worked in America a lot.
And then I stayed there for a while. I also traveled to Palawan. And when you're a tourist in Palawan or anywhere else, you're going to be paying,
I'm surprised you came back. Put it that way.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because he's like, oh, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to do a tour all the way around it and everything. I'll be back. And I was like, that guy's never coming back. And if you check out his video, he finds a super cute. you checked her ID, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
He-
Okay.
He found a super cute girl, and he sends me a picture of her, and he's at a restaurant. I'm like, that guy's never coming back. And he came back.
I came back, and
But you're like one of the smart ones. You're just like, okay, I'm done. Got to find a new one. Bye.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you're doing
you
relationship
don't lock
stuff
down
here,
anything.
yeah, make sure that you're dating and you're just having fun at first. Too many guys come here and they fall in love within a week, and then they're
Yeah.
they're like
it's
happily
so
married the
easy.
next week.
Right, but because it's so easy because they're just so much different than the girls in the West.
Yeah.
Just in
yeah.
everything. Like in fact, like they're like without like nothing takes cueing, right? So they immediately like every night they're like, oh, give me your feet. And then they're like, they want to trim your feet and they want to file them, they want to massage them, and give me your hands. And
This is what
pluck
always
hairs,
happens. The
and they-
funniest thing, you'll have
massages.
you'll have a new guy coming here at the Beaver, and like Chad, for instance. And Chad's only been here for 2 days, and then the next day he came up, and the look on his face, and I was like, "What's going on?" And he went, "I woke up, and she was cutting my nails." And then someone's like, "Oh dear, it happens all the time here. And this is what they do." And he's like, "Look at my toes." and he was
Absolutely.
sleeping while. So yeah, the women here, they really want to. Well, they have something about hygiene. They're very clean. I find the women here very like they smell good. Their hair is very nice. They're clean. They're just clean people.
Yeah.
Especially the women. So you
Oh yeah, they bathe. Like,
They
here, like,
bathe, so
much.
when they get
They
a
also
boyfriend-
don't have that sweat gland. You know that, right?
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
So most.
it's all new
so
info.
If you look, you can just Google it, and you'll see that something like 75 or 80% of the population here do not have this. They have sweat glands, but they don't have the smell thing, the trigger that we all
Wow.
have. So they don't get BO.
Holy boy!
Yeah,
No
but Catherine
wonder.
says her father has. I think she said her father's the only one in their family that has the gene that we have. Yeah, so they don't actually have the BO
Oh, yeah.
gene.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Well,
which
we
is
need
crazy.
it. The guys need it. That's the smell. That's the man smell.
Yeah, I
when
guess.
you sweat,
Supposed
the
to be your
girls go
pheromone,
crazy.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you came here. You started
yeah.
looking at rentals. So this guy offered you $20,000 a month.
Oh yeah. So I did that. I went to Palawan, had some fun there, and I came back 3 weeks later because I was just loving Roxas City too much. No, I just wanted to make sure that when I travel out from Roxas City, 'cause I decided to base here, that I'm not gone for too long. 3 weeks on a vacation is long anywhere. Like it doesn't matter where you go. So I just said to myself, it's a vacation, so 3 weeks is good enough. Then come back and then do your thing. Go somewhere else. 3 weeks is good enough. That's how I'm actually strategizing my budget too. Because when you go to Palawan, this is a serious tourist destination. So going to Port Barton is like, wow, there's 50,000 people here. It's crazy. They're like, oh yeah, you should go to El Nido. It's like, so actually I stopped at Port Barton. The buses were loading to go up north to El Nido. And that's when I stopped. I said, you know what? Actually, the reason why I really stopped, there was a guy there, a local, and he came up to me and he goes, I heard you talking about there's so many people here. He goes, come back in August and there's literally no one here. The weather changes, it's the most beautiful weather, and the water turns turquoise.
Yeah, I was told that go there during rainy season. When
Yeah.
the weather's terrible here, it's
Yeah.
nice there.
So actually that was like the nail in the coffin for me. That's kind of like I kind of like had a lot of cues to just leave at that 3 week point. It's okay, when I came back, I went back and I rented from Buddy. And you met Buddy, who's trying to sell that.
Yep.
Michael did a video with a big mansion here at
Oh,
Roxas
yeah,
in front of
yeah.
People's Park.
Yeah, that house is going to be a
Right.
difficult one for them to sell. That's
Yeah.
for sure. It's got a lot of bedrooms.
It's huge. I mean, okay, guys, seriously, if you're a person that knows a lot of people and you have contacts,
Or you want to start a B&B.
rent that place and start Airbnb. I'm telling you, you're going to make a lot of money. You can run a business
Yeah.
if you have
Steps
contacts.
from the beach.
Yeah, steps from the Beaver. Yeah, steps from the People's Park, whatnot. Okay, so, what Michael was saying is that it just doesn't happen right away, and it won't. So, actually, I miscalculated. Like, you're like, how long have I been here? I'm like, I've been here 6 months now. I told you like 3.
It's flying, isn't it?
Yeah, time is like almost
Irrelevant.
it's irrelevant here. So he asked me how long I've been here. I'm like 3 months, and then I thought about it. I was like, what are you talking about, man? You've been here for 6 months.
Yeah, don't ask people here even what day of the week.
Yeah,
it
what
is.
day of the week? People are
Other
like,
than Sunday, Sunday, like we're sitting here and the beach is in front of us. It's packed with locals, right? So we know Sunday. That's an easy one for us. But otherwise,
oh yeah, that's right. That's how you know.
and for you, with the karaoke all over you.
Oh, okay.
Get ready. You're gonna have a good day.
So, oh yeah.
So after that, you stayed 1 month there, and then you moved to.
I stayed there in total 3 months.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because 20,000, I was like, I can do it. Yeah, I was at buddy's. Yeah, in total. Yeah. So when you're here, okay, yeah, when you're here in Roxas, you're going to meet your friends, and there's not many of us here, by the way. Then I could count under 20 of us.
There's actually 80, but the thing is a
Oh.
lot of them, they'll come here once a month.
Okay,
And
yeah.
because then they've been here so long, 20 years, right? And
Yeah.
so they have a family and all that, and so they'll roll in with their family and they'll
Right.
come in here. So it's about 80, and I got that from a pretty reliable source.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
Been here.
There's some
That was
stragglers.
James said about 80.
Okay, so there you go. There are stragglers. So like you'll go to SM Mall and you'll go shopping, get your food, and there'll just be this guy you've never
You're
seen.
like, oh my God!
Hey, here
A
you
whole
yeah.
new face.
There was one guy who was like, I'm not here. This guy saw me and he just like walk away. So yeah, you'll see them like that. But right here on the beach where we all kind of reside, the Beaver, and then there's another small bar down the street, and then there's a bunch of us that live here on the beach. You're going to meet your friends, especially if you're here in this
In the beach area.
in the beach area, and you're not going to be able to pick and choose who your friends are when you live here. By the way, when you get here and you sit at the Beaver Bar, you're going to know who your friends are.
Yeah, you're gonna meet them all.
really quickly. Yeah, and they're all great guys. They're all they're older gentlemen, and we've all come from different places in the world, but yet we've all kind of congregated here, which is kind of nice. I thought about that. I'm like, wow, like I'm kind of like a spiritual person too. I'm like, like the universe forced us for some reason to be all here together at this very moment in time. And I like knowing that.
Yeah.
So when I met Harry and I, we have kind of like different political views, and we also we come from the same city, and we found out that we're both in the same business. So we have a lot to talk about politically, and then we have a lot to talk about with our work. And then we also come from the same city. So then, boom, I found my match.
Yeah.
And then I just waited for about another month or so. A door opened at his place, and there was a small bedroom. And I'm sure you guys, if you've seen Michael's video just recently about
Yeah, your door was closed. But
My door was closed.
But
you
you could see his.
Yeah, I was in there. I heard you, but I didn't want to say anything because I was killed. Well, I was half dressed.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
let me just
Oh,
say, I
good.
just got out of the washroom there, the shower. Okay, so I'm just ranting on.
Yeah. So anyway.
So
how much was the room?
Yeah, so the room now from 20,000.
Yeah.
It went right down to 7,000 pesos.
So there you go. 7,000 pesos.
Yeah.
It's going to give everybody $120 US a month
Yeah.
is his rent
Okay.
on the beach.
Right, exactly. So all the way from where I started in Toronto to Colombia to Mexico to here, and then meeting a few times. When you say searching for rent, I was searching for rent around the world
Yeah.
to get this. And now that I got it, I knew I made the right move, because now you have other people. There's new people coming here going, damn, because they knew about it. I should have took that room. I should have done it. So when you're here, you gotta be a little bit snappy. You gotta be very aware here about the rentals. So, but they're gonna pop up. Like Michael was looking for a place. You know what the hardest thing to do here is? Is to find a house
On the beach.
on the beach.
Yeah.
So he found one, and then there was someone else. Oh, then Harry.
Yeah, Harry found one.
Harry found one. Now there's another gentleman
Yeah.
named Kimo, and he's been here for a little while.
Yeah, he's looking to buy.
He's looking to buy. And I said, I got my eyes peeled, because if something's open, you gotta be on the ball. You gotta take it right away. If you don't, someone else is gonna take it, and you're gonna go,
Yeah.
my life choices. You want to make the right choice. The right choice is to be on the beach, get your land, and get a house if you can afford it. And for me, if you're a solo guy like me, the right choice is on the beach, the cheapest rent as possible. So that's where I'm on the other side of like the whole thing, but we're all from the same side. We're all here for the same reason,
Yeah.
which is freedom.
Yeah, and that gets
Yeah.
you free Wi-Fi. You don't pay any electricity.
Yeah.
You don't pay any water.
Don't pay for
You
nothing.
don't pay for nothing.
Well, I mean, you pay for water here in general, but you look, guys, You can get it
I'm not talking drinking water.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you rent an apartment, often they charge you for the water and the electricity. Yeah, not your drinking water. You got to buy that. But yes, it's 20 pesos for
8 gallons. Yeah, this thing you got to.
Yeah.
You get.
And actually, it's only 25 pesos for the 50 gallon, like we have, right? So it's not. It's the container.
You can bargain here like crazy. So, I mean, I was bragging about my tomato prices, and then I was getting a bag of tomatoes for 20 pesos, and then I forgot who it was, came in. I bought all these tomatoes, like a huge bag. I go, how much? And they're like 10 pesos. I go, you gotta be kidding me. 10 pesos for like 25 tomatoes? This is...
Where are you getting these?
Well,
I need his contact.
Yeah.
Because my restaurant, we pay a fortune. Now, the craziest thing you'll ever see in the world is go to the grocery store here, and you will buy something that is literally 7 to 8 times the price than if you walk across the street and there's a little vendor, like a little whatever, and she's just selling the fruit. The exact same fruit that the store is selling, she will be 8 times cheaper. Yeah. I'm not talking 20%, not 30%.
Right next door.
800%. It is the most frustrating thing because you want, like, for me, I need the official receipt, and I'm like, oh, you're killing me.
Yeah.
Like 800%.
Yeah. And with those tomatoes, what's happening here is that you have to be connected with the person. I know why they got it for 10 pesos for that bag. It's because that was the last of the tomatoes that's going to go bad within the next 2 days.
Right. So you can make a tomato sauce. You can do.
You can make a tomato sauce and just get it ready. But if it's a fresh tomatoes, then you're going to be paying your
here
restaurant price.
Especially when you're on the market, it's a sliding scale price, and they'll show. So like when the mangoes are green, it's the most expensive price, and then all the way down to bruised. And so the price just keeps sliding till the lowest price. So that's pretty much in a lot of the vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty consistent.
Well, Sunday's a great day to go shopping for food here. It's basically a huge party. Is it Sunday today?
Yep, Sunday. You going to your party? You going to the market party?
I totally forgot what day it was.
You're staring in front of like 100 people, maybe 300
So
people.
on Sunday, I just want to preface this. Here, guys, if you ever come here, bring a lot of clothes. I did the worst thing. First, I was like, just bring what you need. Like, put a backpack on and just stuff what you know. You need sandals that fit you because they're not going to fit, and there's no sandals.
Yeah, assuming you have big, by the way, if you're 5'6", 5'8", whatever, you're going to be fine. You could buy everything for 50 pesos.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. If you're any of us.
Yeah,
no.
That's it. Yeah, my feet is 12, but I fit comfortably in a 13.
Yeah.
I break sandals just by walking down the street. That's how tight they are on my foot. So, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah. So on Sundays at the market, they have a clothing outlet. And if you go to each vendor, you're just gonna look at them and be like, you got exercise t-shirts? And they're like, yeah. So you're just gonna get on those days. If you go to SM Mall, if you're a big guy like us, you're not gonna get it.
And if they have it, like in some of they're $20, $30, $40, $50.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh yeah, they'll charge you.
T-shirt. Because, there's a big disconnect on that sort of thing of what you can get on the low end and what you can get. I guess, honestly, that should be a good thing. Because in the West, we have a disconnect between the rich and the poor, right? Sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But the stores are all the same, right? Like, it's not like we have a place where we can get stuff for 50 cents, or something like that. We're here, there's a whole massive market, very massive market, where everything is very cost effective.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you have the market for everybody else. So the poor don't have to go without, is the point, right?
Yeah.
In that they actually have an avenue to buy the things that they need. Where the West, we don't really have that. We don't have a black market sort of thing.
It's a black market. Yeah,
it's a black market.
But it's also a white market because a black market is kind of like underground.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not supposed to do it because they stole
out in the open.
Here is going to be refurbished.
Everybody knows.
Closed. Yeah.
Well, and everybody knows they don't pay taxes. Everybody knows it's like they The whole
that's
thing
the other
is
thing.
unofficial.
I'm like, yeah, no taxes here, guys. You don't pay. I don't know if you pay taxes.
Well, we're Canadian, so it depends on how you did it, and
Oh,
don't
yeah.
give no tax advice. Just to be clear,
Oh yeah.
do your own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you file a final tax return, and when you leave Canada, Canada is not like America. You don't pay taxes regardless if you live there or not. So if
Yeah.
you're not taking services, now it changes completely, and this is why you should talk to an accountant, not us.
Yeah.
Is that it
Especially not
changes
me.
completely if you have any rental properties in Canada, if you have any businesses that generate income, any income generating in Canada, if it's happening, real property, that kind of thing in Canada, you can't escape it. But if you have none of that, you're good to go.
Yeah, you're good to
It's
go.
only the IRS that you can't escape. You'll always pay it. It'll be like the difference between what much taxes you pay in other places to
Yeah.
what America would charge you. Some crazy thing like that.
Yeah, like for me, it's like heaven here. So I don't have to pay taxes. I just live here, and I don't have a business. Maybe one day I will. Who knows? But
Hey, you can diversify, right?
you can diversify. I'm heavily diversified in stocks right now. I just can't really do anything. So, and the stocks have been going like they're on fire, man.
Fantastic.
They're doing really good.
All right, we're going to go to your questions now because
Oh.
I didn't mean to ignore you or anything
Hi,
like
Rich.
that.
Oh.
Hi, Michael. Much love
Open
from
your
New
eyes.
Zealand. Hello, thank you very much. Print 3D, talk about healthy thoughts on the 2020 shots. 2020?
Talk about health. Thoughts on the,
No. You can't talk on the internet. It's still about that.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
No.
I
you want to
I-
get demonetized and
Right.
shut down?
Oh yeah.
No, you're not allowed, no matter what.
That's a heavy topic too. People are going
Yeah.
to like cat fights for that stuff.
Listen, I was in Albania at the time living, and everything was open and everything was just amazing and everything. I was uploading videos of us like partying and just everything going, all the clubs opening and boat parties with foam and everything. And I would get no views. And I'm like, this makes no sense. The rest of the world's stuck in their home with nothing to do but watch YouTube. And I'm putting all these videos. Obviously, they didn't want anybody. The algorithm was right there. And yeah. And as soon as I left that country, show masks and everything else here in the in Philippines, boom. Well, Philippines has its own thing, but still. Anyway, Daniel, greetings from Bakersfield, California, Central California. Wow, really? I'm planning to check out Rojas Live to Retire. I have an income of $1,600.
Oh, yeah,
you'll be
yeah.
good. US dollars.
Yeah,
too.
you're good. Yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah. So Tom is somebody who just went looking for a house recently, and he went across the city, and he found like in the subdivisions where you can get the modern, nice houses and everything else. He found places that are 10 to 20,000 pesos a month. So that's anywhere from $160 to like $250, $280, something like that.
Yeah.
You can get like really, really great places. Like he was talking like 3-bedroom modern houses type things. So very possible. And if you want to up your budget and stuff like that, you'll find even better and better and better. So yes, definitely there are places. If the beach is supply and demand. So when you come here, there is some apartments just on the other side of the street of the beach and different places and stuff, but it just might be a little more difficult. It might take you longer. Like he said, put your ear to the ground because there's only going to be so many spots.
Yeah.
Because most of the rentals here on the beach make too much money renting it out by the night
Oh yeah.
on the weekends. So they'll just rent it, say Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They get in like 10,000 pesos a night. And it's a whole house, and like a whole family will all come together and each put in 500 pesos, put 20 people, and they'll party at that place per night, for the weekend. And their whole families and everything get the beach for the night, and they barbecue and everything. So you're trying to rent a whole house for the month. You have to compete with that. That they're like, oh, I'm making 30K a weekend.
Oh yeah.
Right now because it's summer. And yeah, it's really difficult. Like mine was an Airbnb that I got also, and he was getting something like, I think he was getting 20 to 30,000 on average a month renting it on Airbnb, and so that's why, like, it was difficult. But it was rainy season, so he was like, okay. And they're always willing. When I lived in Albania, it was the same thing. When you're there in the summer, rents go through the roof, and nobody wants to do anything. But if you wait till one day after summer and you go to them and the guy will sign a 12-month lease with you.
That's right.
But he would never do that because he'll put it on Airbnb at a nightly,
Yep.
right? So
Yeah, more money, less rentals, easier to clean and easier to maintain. Why wouldn't they do it?
And rainy season will start again soon. It's like a gradual thing. It's kind of slow.
Yeah.
So we're getting a little bit more rain now. Like every couple days, you might get a little.
I found
few
the
hours,
rain
an
like
hour.
on and off.
Yeah,
Like it
it's
rains for like 10 minutes and it just stops.
Yeah, it's not consistent.
Yeah, it's not consistent.
And then by September, October, that's when you really ramp it up, right? Then you're talking the typhoon type winds
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. But we don't really get the typhoons that's happened twice in the last 20 years, 30 years, something like that.
Yeah, I hear it all has, from what I know, they're kind of protected from all that because we're just on the other side.
Yeah, we face into the country.
Yeah.
If you notice, like, we're not facing out to the oceans.
So the typhoon, you're always getting it, or the monsoon, you're always getting the edge of it, and it's even dissipated from that point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're all just drawing air and water to
Yeah.
feed into the big ones in the ocean. Hello, Ned. Hello, Dave. Yep, I came over because of that. As a fellow Canadian, I'm
Nice.
into you guys' content. Thank you very much. Yeah, so make sure you check out Dad Bod. He needs to get his 500 because we want to get him monetized. Okay. So we
Is
need
it 500?
500 subscribers.
I thought it was
but it's-
1,000.
No, they've dropped it. But
Wow.
because it doesn't matter, you need 4,000 hours of watch
Oh
time.
yeah, so yeah,
That's the
it's
hard
still
part.
the hard part. Yeah, I still gotta.
Let's hit the first milestone, okay? Let's
Okay.
get him his 500.
All right.
He's only needs 100 more. What is that noise? Does anybody know?
Yeah, what was that? Did you? I
I think
totally heard
somebody
that.
subscribed.
Oh, is that what happened? Nice.
Yeah, thank you. The Viking Nomad, Michael. I'm going to be moving to Roxas in a few months. Can't find a lot in the way of rentals. Looking to spend no more than. Yeah, so the subdivisions here, there's tons.
Yeah.
On Facebook. Problem is, it's not just Facebook Marketplace. Then you'll see when you search things, you'll see all these groups: buy and sell, Roxas City, Capiz, buy and sell, that kind of thing. You have to join them all.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do this. It's like people, because it makes them feel like they have a kingdom or something. I don't know. So they make all these groups, and you'll see there's 17,000 followers, 20,000 followers, and you have to go into each and every one of them and check out what's for rent. And there's tons. And often you might also have to just go down there, and there'll be just a sign, and they don't even bother putting it anywhere. Like there's one over here on the beach, just down a bit, and they just say it says apartment for rent, and it's just got a sign with a phone number. I'm pretty sure it's not listed anywhere. So you do have to get down here. You got to figure it out that way, and talking to people that he will know, and then that guy, and then
we
talk to
can't
this
preface
guy.
this. Like, it's really important, guys, that when you come here, don't be like, I gotta find it right away, and I'm just here. You know, come here for 3 months, save some money, take a vacation here, take a vacation for it, use it. Your mentally should be like, I'm here on vacation. I'm here to look for cheap rent, because you might get, I won't say discouraged, but you want to make sure that you're doing it the proper way. You don't know if you want to be here first thing, and you don't know if maybe
Maybe the vibe isn't the right vibe.
Yeah.
Maybe you like a Boracay where it's slammed here on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays,
Yeah.
but it's not slammed here.
So that's about how I did it. I was like, I booked Airbnb for 1 month. That cost a lot of money. Then I went to the hotel for 3 months. Look, it's 4 months, guys, before I even
Finally got
something. So put yourself in a position first. Your mentality should be like, I'm here to look for a place. I know it's going to take a little while. Do it that way.
So
Or it might happen quickly. Who knows? But you know what I'm saying.
Our sports channel kind of fell apart on us, like the internet one that we had. And then another expat came in and said, Michael, I got a great one for you. And he put it in.
Yeah.
The next day, the Amazon Fire Stick rebooted and reformatted.
Yeah, it was a goner.
And I lost
But
everything.
we got to the foregone conclusion that we're just not going to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to watch the game. There's that too. So even all the guys here now, they're like, yeah, we just watch a hockey highlight. So I get up in the morning, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I go hockey highlights. I'm there. I watch the game in 10 minutes. So
It's funny when you move here how everything changes.
Okay, actually, guys, can you tell me the score of the Vancouver game? Does anyone have the final score? Vancouver versus Dallas.
Hello, Anthony. Crap, I'm banned from Facebook. Dale, find the thing about here in the Philippines is you go to the Gasana Mall. They have all these cell phone guys there. You can walk over and you go say, "Yeah, can you give me a cheap phone, 2,000 pesos?" And they'll be like, "Yeah," and it'll be a smartphone that's great, has everything, and it literally is $35. And then you could go and put it on Wi-Fi. And you could download. It doesn't have you nothing. You know, it's literally not tied to you or anything. And as long as you put a SIM card in it, you actually don't have to register it. So There are ways around it, and it literally will cost you nothing.
Plus, can you just register with a new Filipino phone number?
No, you put your ID and everything.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, of course. They took your passport.
Oh, yeah,
when you got
because I
yours.
reactivated my account. Yeah. Okay, that's why I'm there. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I still need more coffee.
Is it essential to have a card? No, it's not essential at all. Everything's trikes here because I'll complain about traffic.
Yeah.
One end of the city to the other is 15 minutes on a trike. So,
Yeah.
and the trike might be, it's technically 15 pesos, but that's if they pick everybody else up. Say people are giving them like 50 pesos, But, yeah. Liam, mabuhay, guys. Thank you, Liam. Tell us about the veggies farm. It's doing good. We have a couple that is hired now, and they're doing them. But we got them really tired.
You look like twins, yeah.
Wow, look at that. Yeah. I got a little more hair, though.
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm Danny DeVito.
Oh.
Twins.
Oh, is that what he meant by it? Bad. That's bad. It don't smell good. Okay, I'll say. I smell BS. No one, and the guy on the right easily gets pucks. I do.
Oh, no.
You're funny.
You've
never been to the Philippines?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Yeah. No,
Are you joking? No. Okay. I'm going to make an episode on it because I can't bring it up right now.
Oh, yeah, that too. We should talk about that.
In the West, guys get played like crazy on the internet, right? You sign up at a dating website, they say something like 2,000 swipe rights and you will get one coffee sort of thing, right? Some crazy number. And unless you are a part of like the 1% of most attractive, richest people. Here in the Philippines, they don't scam guys. They scam Filipino girls. There are scammers that make Facebook pages that show 70-year-old men, and it says in really terrible English, I vacation now, Philippines, can't wait, Filipino wife, will support her family because I feel family. And it sounds ridiculous, and they're showing a picture of an old guy, and guess what? The comments, there's 900 comments of thirsty women in the Philippines. Hi, sir.
Yeah.
I take care of you. Oh, please, sir, pick me. Oh, this. Or, welcome, mabuhay. Can't wait to meet you. You need any help? I'm here for you. Thousands of likes on these things. Not one person going, dude, this is totally fake. They want to believe it so badly that it's the actual absolute opposite of the thirst trap stuff that happens in the West, where the guys are hammering at a pretty girl.
Yep.
Here, you can be any guy, and you just be like, if they have a hint that you have $1,000 a month pension,
Yeah.
woo!
That's right.
You are going to be popular.
I feel like I'm in a good position. I really just don't have money to afford what that guy was saying to pay for a girl for sex. I just don't have the money for it, and I would never do it. If you look at my videos, you'll notice I have two videos, one with a little really hot, cute girl. And my first video is with this barangay girl. Now, the barangay girl, there was no money in that at all. I just met her, such a beautiful woman, because what I do as a man, by the way, is I take my time and I meet the right girls. I don't care how good looking they are. They have to be very feminine and they have to be very sweet. And this is what the girls that I date. Now, the other girl, that was also free too, but she had to travel from her place. So I paid for her bus ride and I paid for food, but she did a vlog with me, and that's worth the vlog, okay? And of course she stayed, overnight with me too. So I had some fun with her. I didn't pay for that.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody thinking you paid for a meal is buying a girl.
Well, it's not that. I'm also vlogging, guys. You can't expect people, you're in this economy here, everybody needs money, okay? So whatever way you want to look at it, if you're helping someone out, but especially if they're helping you out, especially I'm vlogging right now, I need this is my content. But that's also not my push. I don't push girls on vlogging. I meet them as a person, and I just so happen to have a camera, and we talk, and then we hang out, and then we go from there. So,
Yeah, I would worry about that. Because there will be a certain aspect that'll say, how dare you put them on camera? And then
Right.
there's a certain aspect of people that'll say, why would you even hang around somebody who doesn't even want to be on camera when you're that kind of person? Why would
and
they
also,
even be
why
with
would you want to be with a woman
Stop worrying what other people
that
think.
is a total, I don't blame her, by the way. She's professional. As a man, when you come here, you have to be very good at assessing these things. So I've been approached by more women in 1 month in this country than I have in my entire life in Canada. That's the truth. And
depending where you are, you could just walk down the street and that'd be more than you had in your entire life.
So as a man, when you come here, you're gonna have to decipher what's good for your spirit and your soul, right? You're gonna have to really do that. And a lot of guys, they don't have those skills. And to each your own. But anyways, guys, that's a whole. Guys, if you join my channel, I'm gonna have a video in about 2 days about white knights and what they are and who they are. So if you want, we're like a really deep down level of what to do and what not to do when you come here. If you can join my channel, wait for that video in a few days, and we'll go over some stuff there.
Yeah, you definitely want to check his channel because it's different. It's different, 100%. Plus, he breaks down his exact budget, right? Like, not just the rent and like where he's buying food and everything, but he even breaks down like his going out money, everything, and he lives on $400 a month. It's incredible. The other guy has an easier time, but the girl's family is still begging. Stellar, they have never asked me for money in my life. Have I, like, when they take Laura for a week, do I not just give Catherine, here, give this to your parents? Sure, of course. I'm not expecting them to subsidize, like, a babysitting or anything, but they've never, ever asked me for money. So I can't complain. Can't complain on that part. The expat bars are loaded with all guys sitting and drinking alone. The girls have those. Yeah, we don't get that here. This isn't one of those places. This isn't Angeles City. This isn't Manila, that kind of thing. Guys, take sometimes what people are saying with a grain of salt. Has no bearing on the truth here. It can be 100%. Maybe she lives in Angeles City, a stellar person, and then sure, of course, it's bar girls. That's the thing. But when you come here, guys, you will see the guys. They will hang out. And then all of a sudden, somebody's got a girlfriend, and he's sure showing up with his girlfriend. Yeah, the single ladies are going to be around here. This is the more like the friend group, and then eventually the friend group gets bigger with people's girlfriends. Yeah. But this isn't a pickup bar. This isn't isn't a girly bar. Yeah. So, show up. Wow, you got some fun people on here, eh? That's okay. We get the fun people. Thank you for the comments. That all helps the channel.
That's very true.
Living simply is a good way to live, but for me, I need the lifestyle fits. But there is all different kinds. You can have everything here. It's just the point is it's not just about being more affordable, right? Like if you had a really cheap place in Alabama, right, you could live the same sort of thing, but you're missing the culture. You're missing the safety of it all. This is like, you don't understand how safe it is. It's crazy.
No.
All right, I'm going to ignore all your fighting about bar girl stuff, guys. You're allowed to have your opinions on things, of course, but Value Village, men's XXL gift bag for $20. I don't know.
It's true, though. But you're going to look like a guy from the 1970s as well, which is actually kind of cool, too.
Philly in the Philippines. Yes, there he is. Hello, brother. So Philly is American. The IRS takes his taxes from him. And YouTube, you are required to provide all your tax information to YouTube. And then your country's tax whatever determines everything. And you also you're going to have to legally do, you're not in it yet, is you have to make a claim with an IRS form that you don't live in the United States, you don't have a business in the United States, all that other stuff, because the IRS will want something too, because it's an American company. So there's this whole thing there. But as a whole, yes, where you're a resident of. So when I was like in Albania, I was a resident there, so I had I didn't have the big income from YouTube or anything. I think it was only $80, 80 euros a month in taxes. But anyway, again, this isn't a tax channel. We are not accountants. Please go to your accountant and get your financial advice based on your own country's tax code. Let's see. Yeah, IRS does not let you go. Yes, I heard that too. And Stellar, once again, loving us so much, and I appreciate that. Listen, $150 a month for a room for some people is fantastic. The fact they have a beach, they have a constant breeze, all that stuff. And for other people, like yourself, that's disgustingly horrible. That's the beautiful thing about, like, I don't know, life. There's people for everything.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to get the actual questions. You're all allowed to say whatever you like about it. Hello, Michael from Montreal. Thank you. Hello, Nora. Bonjour, comment ça va? Watching from Cincinnati. Hello, Dale. What about your farm? Going well? I haven't had an update there lately, but you wouldn't even recognize it anymore. We got the lettuce and things growing, and cucumbers growing about this big, and tomatoes, and things are going very well. We have a family, like a husband and wife now, that goes in, takes care of it for us, so it's going better now. Yeah, 2,000 is a great budget. You know, I know people, like I said before, and I've said in my videos, I know people that make 20,000 US dollars every single month, and they spend it because they're going to get that money minimum for the rest of their lives, and they try so hard to spend it, and it's so hard. Look who's joined us.
Who is that?
Oh my gosh, 2 cuties. Whoa. Did anybody recognize? What's your name? Laura.
Oh, you're Laura.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What's this? Is that mine? Nope. I still want coffee because we don't even start. Yeah, please.
I would love a coffee
But
as well.
waiting for them to open. All right, that's awesome. Oh, look at this. What did we get here? What is that? Michael Onstad sent $500 with a funny guy that is shaking here. Michael Onstad. That's their expat health insurance guy. He recently, some guy just wrote a big blurb, and I shared it actually on my Facebook, about how he made the guy's life so much better, because the guy is like, listen, I went to the hospital and they were telling me I have to pay all this money up front, and he's like, no, I'm insured, and they were giving him all this hard time. And Michael's office took care of that, straightened those people out. He keeps people on staff that literally call the hospitals and yell at them and everything, and make sure you don't have to pay a dime. So good on you. And
Wow.
so Michael Onstad, his links are always in my description, because I've known Michael forever, and I've heard too many horror stories about healthcare in the Philippines. I plan to sell my house at 54 and cash out $500,000. However, I can't file for Social Security till 62. It's 2,000 a month. Oh yeah, you're going to be good.
Oh man, yeah. Play your cards right, man. And
Your problem is people come here and they go wild.
okay, that's it.
You're your own worst enemy.
Like the way I view it as well
Hi, baby.
is that
I like
when
your
you
sunglasses.
leave your country, you're also leaving a big portion of a lifestyle that you once had. When you come here, you're going to have to make kind of like an executive decision to change that part of you, which I find that's very important, because why be the same person all your life? And you're going to die anyway. So why not become like, spiritual guru? Why don't you change this whole, like, before I came here, I was like a hoarder, and I spent lots of money, and I had this, talk about lifestyle. You're talking about women and paying for girls. My girlfriend's in Canada cost me an arm and a leg. It was like, you don't know it. You don't know. But when you come here and you got $2,000 a month, wow, man, great opportunity to become spiritual, reduce all your everything, and become a minimalist. Me, I'm learning to love myself. I think that's just a great purpose. I'm getting there. I'm coming one with faith as well. So it's a great change, man. From, that's how I view it, guys. You got $2,000, $1,500, $1,200 a month, man. You're in a good position to align yourself this way, because, I never want to forget, and you guys too. Look, we're gonna die. Take some chances and do something very productive for yourself,
Yeah. Well, this is like being born again.
Oh,
here, to be
absolutely.
honest.
Yeah.
It's like I have this weird memory where it's like I had this life, but it's kind of fading away, to be honest.
So glad it's gone.
And then I came here, and it was like, it's like you got to turn the switch, and you started your life over.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm not that corporate guy anymore. I don't have to wear a suit and tie every day. I don't have the stress and getting up and then working crazy hours.
Yeah.
And then the bills and the collectors and the because through life I've gone poor and rich and things and women and stuff. Yeah, all of those things. It's a whole
and if you're an older guy and you're just cool and chill and you never talk about your money, believe me, you're gonna find a lot of women here find you attractive as long as you don't flaunt your cash. The second you do that, boy, you put yourself back in the same loop where you came from.
Yeah.
When I was in Toronto, rich guy, this guy's got money. I acted like I had money. That's the deception in your mind. But when you come here, don't do that. And that's the reason why I was able to find some nice quality woman to date here, because typically a woman, she will never ever ask you how much money you make. She just won't.
Oh, they won't ask you about anything.
You know why? Because they don't give a shit about it. Sorry.
No, use it.
Yeah. But the second that you start talking about it,
you're going to make something out of it.
You're going to make something out of it, and then you're going to find the right girl.
Yeah.
And make sure.
Oh yeah, that right girl will come along.
Yeah, that she's gonna get your money for sure. So, as long as you come here and you find a nice girl and you start a family and you have a business and she's a right girl, you're in that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But if you're a single guy,
and I don't know why some people are like they come here and they say, I only want to find a girl that already has a good job. She already has this and this, but I'm going to be retired with nothing to do all day.
Oh, yeah.
And I want my wife to be gone 12 hours a day, or my girlfriend, or whatever, right? And I'm like, what? How is that going to work with your lifestyle?
It's not your city. Yeah, you're.
And then she's going to be jealous all the time and freaking out because she has to go to work.
Oh
my God, that's not going to work.
Doesn't work.
And also, the guy will be like, I want the young, hot, pretty girl, but I don't want her want me for my money.
Oh yeah, that doesn't work either.
What part? We all have to bring something, right? So yes, baby. Okay, I'm busy right now. Talk to your mother, okay? You have to everybody brings something to the table.
Yeah.
So, do you bring youth and handsome, good looks? Do you bring maybe you're you're so funny, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're like a comedian, and you're the life of the party everywhere you go. So you have a lot of charisma, and that's what you got going for you. Girls are attracted to that.
Absolutely.
Right? Then you got somebody who, they can offer stability. Instead of seeing it as, I got lots of money, what do you offer to them? Well, I offer you stability so you don't have to worry all the stresses that are in your life. Those can all should go away, and that can be very attractive.
Yeah.
So when people say to me, they'll send me a message, and I don't want to be rude to them, so I just say, well, there's different types of girls.
Yeah.
And they're all going to be looking for something.
Yeah.
Which one can you fit into?
That's right.
Well, I can offer security. Well, then stop worrying about the money. Now,
that's right.
You have to go slow, because the girl who wants the diamond rings and wants the $5,000 bags, by the way, they're extremely hard to find here. They're not going to be as common as in the West. We're here, literally buy them Jollibee, and they're like, oh, we just had Jollibee, high five.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's the little things too. The women are not complicated here. Just a little, tiny little thing is a lot here. And well, I'm not going to go too much into it about the stability thing, but I'll just say one thing. Look, if you come here and you have stability, you don't even have to talk about that. You can carry yourself in a way where you look like a stable man. You don't have to ever
brag about it.
Brag about it, actually, yeah, because the women here in general are very shy and they're very nice. So you don't want to push these girls at all. You don't.
Yeah.
And if you start pushing that way, you're going to catch the attention of the wrong girl.
Sure.
So be very careful. Find a nice girl here. Make sure she likes you. Have a family if you want to do that. Do whatever you can to get that. I'm going to get there one day too. Right now, I'm dad bod. I just want to be single and have fun. Yeah. Okay, but eventually, guys, again, slow. Like the rental, finding a house. I'm going to get there. I'm going to find that thing, that love. But I'm not. I got the brake on the car right now. It's like not yet.
Yeah, it's hard. That's the hard part. Yeah. I have never been to Thailand yet, so I've only been to Cambodia and Vietnam. So it's not the same, obviously, but yeah, here it's just the fact that it's kind of an American culture already, and that everybody speaks English, and not just speaks it, but like their culture is surrounded around that. So you could talk about like basketball games, and you could talk about whatever. Like, you can talk about most things, and it's not just hearing a word. They can actually understand the context which is behind it, and that's all. Honestly, for like Thailand can win on so many other things because they're a mainland country. And I was saying that one time when I was on a ferry, and I'm like looking at all the trucks go by there, and I'm like, okay, if I'm 6,000 pesos to go from here to there on this boat with a car, that truck is probably 70,000 pesos, 60,000 pesos, some big monster number to bring that truck. And that truck might go through 3 different islands. Those are added distribution costs to everything. And so, of course, you can't compete. A mainland country can ship and bring in things and move products around and fresh produce and stuff like that. So cost-wise and stuff like that, also construction materials, you can only get here what you can import through big ships and everything, and then import laws and duties and everything are really hard to get around, where a mainland country like them, they just sneak things through border. I don't know what they do over there, but it's certainly not as easy here. $10 a night. Room is not a shithole in the Philippines. I stayed at Airbnb for $12 a night. Had a hot shower, fridge, and a kitchenette, nice bed, clean.
Right on.
Yeah, like at the beach bar, it's very basic, but it has an air conditioner, you have a shower, you have a bed, 12 steps from the beach. And when I stayed there, it was still, I guess, half pandemic the first time. It was over a year, 2 years ago. It was only 700 pesos back then. But now only those ones that are down here that people are like, a little shifty on it to stay in, they're 700. But 1,200 I think they charge now, which is 20 bucks. Yeah, 20 bucks.
Yeah, well, I have a friend now, being here, I have a friend, she has cottages in the fishing part of the village. She's got rooms in there for 3,000 pesos a month. How much is that, you think?
3,000?
It's
50
half,
bucks.
it's
50 bucks a month.
50 bucks. So you can just be like coming here and just going there for a little bit and then checking out the scene and pay that low price. Of course, there's no cement walls. They're made out of bamboo.
Yeah.
Everything here is made out of bamboo, but that's how they live here. But you can literally do that here as well.
Oh, yeah.
I know, that's just on the side. Hi, Kyla.
Howdy from Ventura, California. Hello, Brian.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not stupid. It's just a lot of people are not sure. They need that reassurance. Eddie, hi, Michael. Heading to Roxas in a week. Looking forward to the seafood menu at the Beaver. Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah. Garden's doing good. Thank you. Hello from Costa Rica. Yeah, Tagaytay was a lot of fun, but it is just like a vacation destination. You go there, you go on vacation, and then you leave. The traffic would get to me for a little while, for sure. And it just feels like you're surrounded by tourists and everything's priced for tourists. So that's why I was like, okay, this was fun. Gotta go. Is it just me, or did you guys start happy hour a while ago? No, we're still waiting for coffee. So no, I haven't. And my kidneys, and I was never a big drinker, but my kidneys were giving me trouble. So it's been, I want to say a month now.
I never see you drink.
Yeah, it's been over a month since I even had a beer. So
I totally didn't even
try to remember that. Yeah.
Okay.
But I even switched, like I'm not doing the fasting now, but like I did 32-hour one, or 32 hour. Then I went 24 hours, and I'm just having cabbage soup and stuff like that. And then so now I broke out of that again. I want to eat some real food for a bit. But I'm using like walnuts, and I'm doing different things. I don't want to take a bunch of drugs and stuff. So I'm taking stuff that's good for kidneys, good for health, that kind of thing. Man, I'm old. What can I say? I'm an old man. These things happen. So no, definitely not drinking. Why not rent out your house? You can rent in the Philippines and have money left over. You can increase the rent over. No, I can't. And my lease doesn't allow for
secondary leases.
Yeah, no. So like I said, they're all notarized here and everything. And my landlord couldn't wait for me to leave. Trust me. Good thing I have a long term, because I have quadrupled the value of that lot, right?
Oh my God.
So yeah, couldn't wait. I'm sure that it's second. Why do you think my retaining wall and my fences and everything. Yeah, they're not doing any of that. They're not doing any of that. They want to make it so that I leave.
Wow.
So, Winnipeg versus Dallas. 1-1, 2 minutes left on the third period.
Okay, is the game still on? Is it finished? Okay.
Thank you for subscribing, by the way. So there you go.
That was a while ago.
Oh, that was 2 minutes ago. Oh, yeah. Whoa.
So
whoa.
is it Dallas wins in overtime? Oh, no!
Oh.
No! Okay, I know you... Sorry, guys. I'm Canadian. This hurts.
Well, you're gonna move the camera too. Be careful.
Okay.
Sorry about the wiggle, guys.
The wiggle, yeah. Oh. We still got...
That's sad, right?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm way down on the comments, but let me get back up there. Oh, that's okay. Hey, Siem Reap. I was in Siem Reap. I enjoyed my time there, even though it was pandemic time. And then I had to escape within a month, but I really wanted to go back there, and I will go back. Let's see. How about your vid, like a round talk table with Mike from the coffee shop, Paul, Old Dog? I think it'd be great. Yeah, definitely, Dale. I was thinking the same thing. Having different people from different perspectives and different like lifestyles and that kind of thing. And it would just be like a marathon thing where people can ask all the questions they want. Thank you, darling.
Here's your coffee, sir.
Wow, so polite. There you go. Canadian Beaver.
Yeah.
We're just opening now, I think. Yep, she just opened the gate. So we used to open at 9 in the morning, but it was a waste of money, to be honest. Spending all this money on staffing, and then you have to bring in all these people and everything. And that means they have to start even earlier than that. And it just didn't make any sense because we'd have like one person maybe come for breakfast. It's just not like one day. You know,
Yeah.
Like look, you're gonna hear from other people, including in my next video, of what they've seen of Roxas City just in the last year. Because, well, you guys, right? If you have a YouTube vlog coming from an area and it's showing you what it looks like, it's guaranteed to drive a lot of people, and it's driven a lot of people to come here. Not everybody lives here, don't get me wrong, but every day, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever number of people fly into Roxas City, spend a few days here, or they drive from Boracay, or they drive from Iloilo every single day. And so, yeah, I think in a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, who knows how many hundred people come to Roxas City because of a vlog. So it's one of those things where, give it another year,
Yeah.
and other vloggers will start coming here more often, and it'll just become a spiral. It's like Iloilo, right? When I moved there, I never even heard of it. I had never heard of Iloilo in my life, and I lived in Boracay. And only when I started touring around, I just ran into it, and we went, oh my God, we got to move here. This is gorgeous. And so then I moved there and vlogged, and I was like, oh wow, there's very few people here. Don't get me wrong, there were foreigners, but they would like really far off, and the subdivision's been married for 20 years, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, next thing you know, I did like 800 videos in something crazy number, maybe not 800, 300, 400, whatever, in Iloilo over 2 years. And now, like, everybody heard of Iloilo. Everybody. There's still no other, I think there's...
I've only been here for
Visiting
6 months,
vloggers.
and I've seen a change in that little space
Yeah.
by a lot. And when I was in Kalibo, which is halfway to Boracay, there's another gentleman there, and he says that Kalibo is going to be the next big thing. And I looked at him, I'm like, no, you're wrong. Roxas is going to be the next big thing. Roxas has the longest beach strip of all of Philippines, I think.
Yep.
And they're building here now. Yeah. I always tell people, just if you're going to go somewhere, you want to be somewhere, go there before it happens. Because a lot of times, people go somewhere like, I'm going to live here, and they get there and it's just full of tourist parties. You can't even last there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You want to get in before it all happens, or just putting it out, there.
Yeah, and I get it. It's got brown sand.
Oh,
It's not white sand. And I know that, okay? But if you want something that doesn't cost the price of White Sand Beach,
oh,
And you know what? Nothing will be available if it's a white sand beach. There'll be very few
Okay.
spots, or you're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, just so you know, 2 days ago, a group of us, we took a boat to that island right there. And that has one of the nicest white
beach.
sand strip
Yeah.
beaches, and there's mansions and churches that are completely in ruins on top of that. So going through the jungle there and finding these temples and and then I found the community there.
Yep.
Oh,
There's 1,000 people that live
there's
there.
1,000 people that live there, and they see you, and it's like you're in National Geographic all of a sudden, right?
They weren't shooting blue darts at you,
Yeah,
were they?
like peering out of the. But that white sand beach and the water, the water you see in the Philippines on the magazines, it's right there. So you don't have too
By the way, if
far
somebody
to
wants
go.
to build a resort, it's for sale.
Oh,
And
it's there.
I've been told
Yeah.
that the governor will consider the one and only casino license if you want to put it there. But it has to be on that island. He doesn't want the locals getting addicted to the
Is
city.
it that one that's 1,400 hectares? Holy crap!
Yeah, very big.
It's huge.
Very, very big. But that's all I'll say, because you need like $80 million to build a casino alone, right? The casino will be $400 million, to be clear. 80 million, and then the bank will finance the rest. Looked into it already. Anyway, let's keep moving, otherwise we'll get way, way too far. I used to get hit at work 10 times as much as other places in the last 45 years.
That's tactical.
Oh, hit on at work. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
it's still
yeah,
better
close
than...
proximities, sure.
That's great.
Sure.
I have a farm in Oklahoma. Pass on the ice storm and tornadoes. No shit.
Oh, yeah.
Love the weather
Be
here.
careful, guys. Yeah.
I can't get over how nice the people are there. Yeah, exactly. Such a sunshine. It's just like, it's hard to describe until you come here.
Yeah.
And you keep hearing it from other people, and it's like, I don't know how to repeat it. Like, it's not that when people you engage, they are nice to you. How about the people you don't engage? How about everybody smiles? Everybody's hello. And then you're like, hello, okay, you're going to hit me with a scam, right? And they're like, hello.
No.
They don't want anything from you. They just wanted
Yeah.
to say hello.
Oh, that's the one
okay.
thing that I found here, that they're not pushy people.
Yeah.
Versus their economy, you would think that they'd be like doing crazy stuff to do that. No, they don't. They are island people. Philippines are island people, so they're not going to be begging or doing anything weird like that. So.
Philippines in mental health, that's it's really difficult. It does exist. My ex had those type of things. You just have to, you need a special doctor that has these triplicate, they have a special license that allows these triplicate yellow, at least the top copy's yellow, prescription pads. And so it gives you in 3-part to it. Then you have to go to a certain pharmacy that even takes those. And so that's like for, everything, even pain pills, everything. You need these special doctor, special thing. And so you have to get a psychiatrist and all this stuff. And then you're going to have a hard time finding it and in stock. Yeah. Can I ask how old you guys are? You're 49.
I'm exactly the same age as you, Mac.
There you go. I'm 50.
Yeah. We're exactly right in the. Yeah.
So we're all in the same sort of thing there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about trading stuff though. I'm 48. There you go. Are all girls age 25 and up baby mamas?
Absolutely not. No.
No. There's plenty, but teenage pregnancy is normal here and above, and it's because like sex ed isn't a thing and condoms aren't a thing. You can buy them at 7-Eleven. It's not true that they're not available. They are, but like teens literally believe that pull-out method is the way to go.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it goes in life. The only thing I will say is the exaggeration that everybody here, all these girls are virgins, is an exaggeration by far. There ain't no. Not gonna say there are none, but come on, no.
Let's get real.
It's very common here. Like, yeah, they hook up. 3 years of collecting Social Security. My income is from my savings growth. Would 300K be good, or 400, or 500? You know what? Everybody I've talked to have said that they were happy. They just said screw it and they left, instead of like being even better prepared. It's like you can make everything work. You come here with 500,000, you're going to have in the back of your head, you have 500,000, and you're going to spend like that. If you come here with 300,000, you're going to be planning and you're going to budget based on 300,000. You know what I mean? Like you're going to modify and adjust your habits and behaviors strictly based on what you have there. And the good thing about the Philippines is, you can pull that off. Like this is a city. I know people say, well, I can't believe you pay. You can get places for like $80 a month, and I'm like, okay, but this is a city. You guys are talking about beaches in the middle of nowhere. I have airport's 2.5 kilometers away.
You just walk to the airport.
You can walk to the airport. You can walk to the SM. I know people that walk every day. They're very healthy, like the Dutch guys and the Finnish guys. They love walking. They walk every day, and they walk from downtown all the way back up and everything. Very healthy people. And anyway, it's all relative to that, right? Yes, much cheaper places. So yeah, when somebody down here says, "Listen, I want $40,000 a month for a house with a swimming pool and everything else," trust me when I tell you, it's a steal. It's a crazy steal, right? It's not like in the middle of nowhere. $1,100 a month, yeah. So he's doing it for $400. So anything is possible. Hey, Dazzle TV has repeatedly showed his budget of $800 to $1,000 a month. Yes, exactly. And they are a lovely couple, absolutely lovely couple. And they come in here to visit at the Beaver quite often and love them. I got to go visit them at their house, though. I keep promising. But the last time we went there, we got pouring rain and we had to pull over, and we could see the mountain was just covered in thunderstorms. So we had to turn around and come back. Poor Laura was just getting soaked. So we will go back though. Filipino driver's license requires a test. Okay, so no, if you have a foreign license, you come here, you can drive for 3 months, right? After 90 days, you are legally required to go and get your license in the Philippines. And all it is a process of, here's my license, it's still valid from your home country, a Western country. They'll give you an exact duplicate, Philippines. So if you have your license, they're going to give you a license. It's just fees, maybe a hearing test, depending on where you are in the Philippines.
Yeah, the only test is a hearing test. They want to make sure you can hear from your left and your right, and they do like a vision test, like a doctor, you close one eye.
And how seriously they take that test depends where you live. Yeah, well, that's all we're going to say, okay? We don't want to criticize anything, but anyway, it's just a process that literally just involves some money. So don't even think about it. It's going to be really easy. Any thoughts on the difference between, there you go, Latinas and Filipinas?
Oh yeah, there is a big difference.
Attitude probably?
Yeah, totally, yeah. Remember, like you're in the Philippines and Mexico, they're very liberated people. They're close to Canada, close to America. So they're westernized. These women are westernized, so they're very liberated women. So you're still gonna get this, this game, I would call it, from the Western society. Remember the Philippine girls, very beautiful, but they're island girls. They grew up on an island with waves and ocean and calmness. The economy is completely different. So yeah, they're two in the same, but they're two very different. Both very beautiful, but very different.
Yeah, I've heard the Colombian girls are very combative. Because they're used to that. They're raised that way. They see their mother like that with their father, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Where it's like,
Yeah. They're very sassy. They're very,
Right. We're here very, very much. Even though they have a matriarchal sort of thing here, where the mother, the father will generally let the mother, especially once they get older, to make the decisions. And they kind of expect them to do. The men just kind of sit around and drink the Red Horse now, right? When you get older, right? And they have that culture. But she doesn't tell them what to do. Right. They stay kind of that submissive nature and everything else, even though they're technically in charge, right? Because they make all the decisions and they're the responsible one and everything. They stay in that same still sort of thing. They're not going to be, then you piss them off, trust me. Life will be kind of quite a bit different, but yeah. Anyway, this guy's saying use ChatGPT, tell you portfolio. Actually, there's one there that takes the top. It's like an agent, and it takes top hedge funds, and based on what it trades and what it holds, they all 12 of them, and then it makes you answers your questions and stuff like that.
Sorry, this is from you?
Yeah,
Oh,
Richard, play around ChatGPT, tell it you have 300K, want a dividend profile generating 2,000,
Okay.
it'll give you tickers allocations.
Yeah, I'll try it out. Right now, I'm heavily invested into SUI,
Yeah.
and that SUI, I've already doubled my money, so I'm going to wait a little bit before I can do all that, but I'll do it for fun. I'm going to check it out. Maybe you can send me like a Facebook thing and give me some pointers. If you know more about that, then I could, yeah. I'm still getting into the AI. Still not there yet, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Larry, I don't know too many that are begging. I guess there are some, but I've never seen. There are plenty of Filipinas that are very successful on YouTube. They do everything in English. They clearly have a boyfriend. If they are saying the kind of topics that seem like guy topics, chances are, yes, they have somebody behind them saying, hey, make a video about this, maybe helping with scripts and everything else. Of course. Because if you were just to speak to a Filipina, these type of things wouldn't be running through their head even. So, yeah. But I don't like when people say that successful people on YouTube are scamming. If you're somebody scamming, they're scamming. But just because they're successful and they're creating content you like, and that makes you want to watch it, well, they're just good for them, I guess. You know, they won the game. They won the game of making money.
Right.
You know,
So,
at
yeah,
the end of
look
the
at it like
day,
that. Yeah.
you
have to
know,
look at
whatever. Like, there's some really, you know, if they're, you know, whatever. It's all entertainment. We all spend our time wasting time on a phone or on TV, and we pick where we're going to put it. And I think too many people see scamming. It's like the word to use. What's the other one they use? E-begging. And I get it. There are vloggers out there, and they'll be like, here's my PayPal, here's my buy me a coffee, here's. And they have this big, long list of send me money. Well, they live in a gorgeous house. What's the matter, baby? Can you go? Okay. And so, yeah, I don't do any of that. But then again, it's like, so what? I don't care. Why does it bother me? I don't care what that person does. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
if I care, it's because I'm jealous.
Yeah.
And so I actually don't care. Good for them. Have fun with it. I don't have it in mind, but
Yeah.
if I did, is it the end of the world?
I guess some people will get angry at those type of videos, and maybe that's where he's coming from. Like,
Yeah.
if people are using the Filipino people here,
Oh, that's different. Yeah.
then it becomes that's really crappy. Yeah, that's not a good thing to make money. But if it's anything else, I just kind of scrub through it. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. Just if you're, I'm not going to watch it. You know, I watch Michael's channel, I watch other people's channel, but I won't. You know.
Yeah. Anyway, we can go on forever on that topic.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to get stuck here. Can you rent motorbikes? So right here, come to the bar. We have a thing where you can rent cars, like a card. It shows the prices on it. By the way, I don't pick any one company. I don't give any money for this. I like the convenience of people coming to visit, that they actually know where to go. And that goes for all my stuff, and I recommend. And we also have motorbikes, same thing. And I don't know if they're still doing it, but the motorbike guy had a deal, and so you can ask him about it, is that if you meet him at the Beaver, he will bring the bike here. Maybe it's a rental car guy. Shoot, I don't remember. Anyway, they would buy you a free burger here. They will buy you the burger if you rent for at least 3 days. I think that's what it was.
That's
so
a good
yes,
deal,
we have that. We also have like San Antonio's room rates. We have stuff for Pueblo to Panay here. We try to make we collect all this stuff for people when they come, so that we have answers. If you want to go on a tour, we have tour guide stuff, that kind of thing. Indiana, hello. Okay, I'm trying to get this. Never let the old man in. Yeah, that's the first time I've even said my age. I don't care. You're old as you live. And I do things every single day, right? I'm always busy. How's the internet?
Actually, that was really good advice.
Internet's really good here, honestly. Like, fiber is everywhere. You can pretty much everywhere. Not in the middle of nowhere. They just raised the price of Starlink, so it's all over Facebook right now. Everybody complaining. 1,000 pesos more a month. So it's like
it's a lot for people here.
Yeah. So now it's like $70 a month here for Starlink. So what?
Wash the friend.
What do you mean wash your friend? Oh, there's a tap right there. Oh, watch. Well, don't talk to me, baby. I'm on the thing. Your mommy's right there. I can't put the TV on. She doesn't like asking her mother. Her mother says no to everything. Anyway, internet's really good. Fiber is crazy. Like I have some of my locations because I have 4 accounts. 4 accounts. I know my house, the bar, the farm, and my office, which I don't talk about my office because security reasons. I don't talk about my office because we keep all our files there and everything, payroll, everything. Anyway, and so I have 4 accounts. I have up. Some of them are a gigabit up and down, and some of them are, my lowest is 500 megabytes up and down. But sometimes I have to reset my router and might only get like 250 up and down. Ooh. It's been really good. Traffic in Baton Rouge. No, Dumaguete is like an entirely different planet. So we do have a one-way road here, and you're going to hate that one-way road. And we do have a lot of trikes here. The trikes aren't as big as Dumaguete. You're going to like the Dumaguete trikes, right? They're nice and comfortable. You feel like you're in a chariot. And here you're going to get down. So that it's being fixed because the Capitol's moving and the City Hall's moving. The Capitol building's like crazy going fast, so it's going to be very quick. And then the public market's moving. So the whole reason for what we call traffic. But every time I go somewhere else, I'm reminded we don't have traffic. If it takes 15 minutes to get from this end of the city to the other end of the city and you're complaining it took 15 minutes, I have to keep perspective. And it's like, wow, I had to stop for like not even 3 minutes, 38 seconds at one point. Oh, traffic is horrible. It's really not that bad here. So, no. And from the airport to here, there won't be anything. No traffic. Just, we're down the street. Literally, just 2 roads. Really quick. Hardest part is first step, going to a country. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's what I think a lot of people are looking for. That is that getting over the unsure part and the craziness of it all. Just to think like I'm gonna turn on my whole life upside down.
Yeah.
And so hearing it from more and more and more people gives you that adds to the confidence.
Yeah, I had the same process, and what happens is that you get a message. Like you'll say it to yourself all the time, but you'll literally one day just wake up and be like, okay, I'm done, and you'll just go. You'll need the message first, and then that will launch you off.
Yeah. Okay, post-dated checks. They might ask. They don't give foreigners. So foreigners can get a bank account after so many months. You have to go through many banks to finally get it. And they will not give you a checking account. They will only give you a savings account. Checking account is like credit. They will never give it to you because you could write a check bigger than what you have in there. So they're only going to give you a savings account. So all you're going to do is tell them, I'm a foreigner. I don't have any checks. Oh yeah. They know this anyway. Most of them do. If they don't, they're probably first-time renter or whatever. That's fine. And so I just tell them, listen, I'm just going to e-transfer you every month. Okay, no problem. It's really not a big deal. Once they got you in a contract, that kind of thing, you're going to have a really hard time with this. People make it sound like it's really easy to negotiate out all your security deposits and all that. It is not. Here, like it's not like where I was in Canada, first and last months. That's it, you're done, right? Yeah. Here, they care. They're like first, last, security, right? Or 2 months security at the end. It's not even a last month. So first and 2 securities, that kind of thing. And they will fight you tooth and nail. I've managed to get like a little big, and it's kind of true, and it's been holding true for me. As much as I felt like every other time, oh, not this time, they keep everything, okay? So the money's long spent. So when you give them that security deposit, you give them a last month's rent, whatever, you ever leave, you're never getting that money back. So consider it gone. And if they do, oh my God, you bonus. But it's so rare. Anyway, Eric, thank you very much for the $10 super chat. There's no message on it, but thank you. You're awesome. Thank you, Eric. So anyway, the rental process here, everybody's going to be different. Some guys are just like a handshake, you know?
Yeah, I'm a handshake guy.
Yeah, he's doing it with Harry, no problem. And you had another guy like that. But anybody who's renting, they're going to have their lawyer and they're going to notarize documents and all kinds of stuff. And I just take a QR code from my landlord. He just sent it to me, and then I just go and scan it with my bank account here. I have a Philippines bank account. I just pay it every month, and he doesn't care, and he's fine with it. And I think I have a last month end of security. So for mine, it was $20,000. So it was $60,000 to move in. And, it is what it is. And I'm going to have to fight tooth and nail for the last 40, but it's going to be a silly one there. Like, I'm sorry, wait, you're saying I can't have my security deposit back, but I've literally rebuilt your entire house.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's going to have a hard time on that one, proving that he doesn't owe that, in my case. So thank you very much. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. How come you guys don't go to the gym? Did you forget that's good for you? Well, you can have time for, I don't know how people think I have a lot of spare time.
No, he doesn't.
No, I literally work. I do stuff every single hour of my day until midnight or so. The gyms here, at least in this town, are open till 6 or 8 p.m. I think it's 8 p.m. So that's it. You can't go after that. So yes, I get it. Going to the gym every day for like an hour a day, 7 days a week, or 6 days a week, even 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week. Lots of our friends do. Is just like anything else, it's a priority in life. So my priorities are right now in a bunch of other things.
That's right.
And whatever. I'm very happy for you, Bandit, that it is a priority for you. And it is healthier. No joke. You can rent anything in Ross, I wish. There's plenty of things that are not for rent, I assure you. No matter the price. I need that coffee cup. Yes, we do have an online store. If you go to my community page and you scroll down, you'll see that I do sell shirts and coffee cups, even if you're in America, that kind of thing. Otherwise, you come here. No, you wouldn't get them here. I don't sell them here. Yeah. Problem is money. Money always costs everything. To buy, I have to put out 40, 50,000 pesos for a box of these sort of thing to put them out. The minimum orders, right? It's like the shirts. Every time I do, it's 60,000 pesos. So I'm like, oh, I have all these great ideas, but I need the money. I'm replacing this roof behind me. It's getting all redone with Bahay Kubo and everything. It's getting raised up there, and it's supposed to start tomorrow on Monday. And then after that, I'm doing a second floor here.
Really?
Yeah, with a stairwell that's going up here.
No way.
Yeah, crazy amount of money I have to constantly spend.
Wow.
And I'm going to be going into rainy season, which means I'm going to be spending a fortune on fixing things all the time. And so, yeah, priorities. Stars one, yep, we got that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, you can. Follow me. I'll be talking more about stocks, but I don't do options.
Yeah.
So.
And you always say not financial information.
And NFA, non-financial advice. Yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah. Still new to the game. What to say? So.
I'm hoping it lasts until SS. Yeah. So if you do continue having your home and you're renting it out back in the West, you will have to continue to pay Canadian taxes and everything. You have to cut yourself. You have to do a final tax return. There's all kinds of things. So as long as you're okay with that. And a t-shirt. So the t-shirts, no problem. We have lots of options for t-shirts. We even have one about you can pet your beaver. You know, all I want to do is drink my beer and pet my beaver all day. That kind of thing. We have all kinds on our store. Sorry, I don't have the link on me right now. I just pasted it in there. But if you go to my community and scroll down, you're going to see it right there. Girls are showing up their shirts, and then there's a link where you can buy it. Hi, my name is Corey. I'm from Australia. I went to Thailand and thinking about moving, but I still want to visit the Philippines. What do you reckon for the first time for me in the Philippines? See, some people are like, and I get it, they say go and try out BGC and Makati and everything else so that you don't get culture shocked. Because it's like going to New York City, right? You go there and you're like, okay, everything's modern. I can have everything in the world. Every brand is here, everything. And I'm like, but that's really not going to the Philippines.
No, it's not.
So, it isn't. It really isn't. It's another commercialized Western world sort of area. And so, and then there's the tourist thing. So you come here, I'm going to go to Siargao, I'm going to go to Boracay, I'm going to El Nido, I'm going to go to Panglao, I'm going to go, and then you're getting another experience. That is the Bali experience.
Yeah,
you're
that's a good one though.
You're just going to do the tourist thing.
Yeah.
Fine, cool, but you're not going to get a perspective of daily life because those are going to have the higher end restaurants. It's going to have everything, things open very late, that kind of thing. Boracay, I think 2 a.m. So it depends what you're looking for. If you want to just know, hey, what's it going to be like to live there? Then pick some of these places. Like we're 180,000 people city here, Iloilo is a different kind of city. You don't really have the beach life, but it's nice as they come when it comes to cities, which is why I moved down here. But that doesn't mean this country's not full, and I mean literally full of great places.
Yeah.
It really is. Like if you like cooler temperatures, go up to Baguio and check out it and go where Michael Onstad is from in La Union. It's got San Fernando up there where there's like surfing and everything else. Beautiful, vegan, and
That's right.
there's so many. Oh
And
my God, I
here
could go
Iloilo
forever.
has, Iloilo is a 2-hour drive. You take once you get there, they have Cebu Pacific now. They've made so many flights from that destination point. You can go anywhere you want. $50, $70 per flight. So as far as traveling inside the country, you can live here and then do that as well. Take a vacation from a vacation, pretty much.
Except for recently, by the way, prices have gone through the roof. Yeah.
Oh, because it's this time. It's this season.
Yeah, it's just right now.
Right.
So right now it's a little because the kids are out, and I looked and it was like 38,000 for me, Lara, and Catherine, and with 2 weeks to go to Davao, 38,000 pesos.
Well, that's the farthest point, though.
I booked at
So
the end of
that's-
June. It's 10,000 pesos.
Oh yeah.
for three
There you
people,
go, there you
round
go.
trip. So a third the price, 2 months out. It used to be that 2 weeks out was enough to get the cheap price. Not anymore. All right, thank you for the super chat, $2. Mac Baby, what's your income stream since you were the same age? So mine, I sold everything I owned at the time, and I had the same thing, I guess, stocks or that kind of thing. Where for the first 2 years after I left, me and my ex, first 3 years, something like that. We didn't have any. We had a YouTube channel, but we didn't make any money, and but we our stocks would continue climbing like this, so that even when we would withdraw what we need to live, it would overcome it. Mm-hmm. But it took me I had to kill it. I paid off all my debt. I sold everything I own. I hammered away. I went crazy. I just did. We did everything we could. We put our stuff into TFSAs, tax-free savings account back then in Canada. That's another thing. If you come here and you don't want to, you're done with Canada, you do your final tax. You can't put more money into anything. Do not put more money into RSPs. Don't put more money. You've left the system. You have to stay out of the system. You go back into the system, and you give them an opening. Don't give them an opening.
That's right.
Anyway,
that's huge. Yeah.
So we did all this stuff, and as long as I withdrew only, I was fine. As long as we didn't put money in, and so anyway, it took a while before YouTube actually generated enough income. So, and then we started this obviously with 3 financial partners, Filipino business partners. They put up the initial money, but I sunk in way ridiculously more since into the business. But I was just trying to change my revenue streams. Anyway, I've always been an open book. It's easy to figure that one out on me. But how about you, brother?
Me, well, I sold my condo for a really good price right before COVID. Actually, at the beginning of COVID, so I had that. I reinvested my money into silver and gold. I'm not going to disclose how much, but it's a lot. And I also invest into stocks. And I play a different type of stock game. I just buy and hold. I don't do any trading whatsoever. I don't buy something and look at the chart and sell it. I buy a low and I'm going to sell high. Which means I buy once and I'm going to sell once. So I'm pretty much going to capitalize on my gains, either it's gold or silver or whatnot. And right now I'm just kind of living off a big chunk of my savings, which is in my bank account, and I only allocate a certain amount of money to my other account, which I pull money out every month. And I've calculated 2 or 3 years of that type of living until I decide to cash out some, whatever it happens, I'm at the point where I just don't care. I'm just traveling. I'm having a good time. I think you guys have to put that in your mind too. When you make a move like this, you're going to have to try it out, but also you're going to have to tell yourself that the life that I had and me making all that money, it's going to get to you one way or the other. And I think chasing money is not a purpose. It's not a good purpose. A better purpose is having faith and connecting with God, and also knowing that you're going to probably die and you have a certain amount of time in your life, connect with that instead, and then make the jump and the leap of faith to go there for the first time in your life. That's how I look at everything. But position yourself correctly, and then make the leap of faith. You know, like, I don't know. I'm really connecting with all that right now, which is nice. Which I never connected with that before when I was in Toronto. I was just very in my head. Like I'm making $250,000 a year. You know, and I mean that might be not up for people, but I'm you know, condo and cars and partying, this lifestyle, just, as I said, once it all happens and you're ready to make a move, it's gonna be very scary. But what happened with me is I got a message. I just literally just got out of my chair and I was like, something told me, it's time for you to go. Go, leave now, go, 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 go. So whatever that message was, I don't know, it's gonna come to you. So don't force it, but
There you go.
anyway.
Well, life is about accumulation of experiences,
Yeah.
not about the money and all that. When you die, you're not going to wish for anything else. You're going to wish, I wish I did more of X, whatever it is. I wish I spent more time. I wish I was nicer. I wish whatever. It's all related to, I wish I had more experiences. And you will friggin' feel, if you don't feel in your life, like, I think I've done everything that if I died tomorrow, don't mourn for me. Guess what?
Yeah.
Most people that are here in the Philippines that have gone ahead and did it and then lived here for a couple of years, they feel that way. I feel that way.
Yeah.
Do not mourn for me if I die.
Yeah.
You guys don't know. I lived my life.
I live my life. Oh yeah,
Very,
it's huge.
very well.
It's huge.
Totally okay with it.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. And then like some of the comments on there and like saying simp and all this kind of stuff. Coming here is not a simp move. Coming here and meeting women is not a simp move. This is elevating yourself beyond so many other people, okay? They can't even comprehend breaking out of their own little bubble. Not just the bubble they live in their city, but in their mind too. You got to break apart so many different things, guys. And that part is the thing that you need to do before you leave this world. Like for the first time in my life, I'm going to say no to everything and I'm going to say yes to me. Finally, I'm going to do that. And it's scary. But if you leave this world, how many times have you known someone who left this world and they looked at you and they said, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. Those are the signs. All of us can relate to this. All of us, you know. And then you get there and then you die. You obviously, it's all gone now, but you never did it. So, if you come here
Well, the family
and
is saying,
people,
he wanted to do
people
so much
disrespect you or they call you Sims and this and money and all that kind this is low vibration mentality, guys. So low vibration. You come here and you break free from your matrix. You come here and get a new life. This is a very high vibration frequency. That's why I was talking about the people that come here. You don't get to choose them as friends. You come here to the Beaver, you sit down, they come here. They're all here already. Your friends are already here. So life on a spiritual level pushed all these people from all different parts of the world to come together. And I find this very powerful. Because when you're back from your city, you pick and choose your friends. You know what? A lot of your friends that you have right now, it's an extremely toxic environment. Your family could be toxic, your friends could be toxic, and you're also toxic because you're in a realm like I was, just working, making money, working. What's eventually going to happen? It's all going to squeeze right into a tight little hole, and it's going to explode, and you're going to get the message, and you'll be gone. You'll be done with it finally. So take that from Dad Bod.
There you go.
That's the message.
Dad Bod advice. Before I get to that super check, because I will, do you ever any recommend? Most of the agents don't want rentals. They don't have any time for you. They barely ever respond. They're going to give you the laziest response possible. They'll just be like, oh yeah, I know one. I'll take them to that one. They don't make enough money on those. They don't want them. And they won't know about them. So what is an agent going to do? He's going to go look on Facebook. He's going to find you a couple, and he'll take you to go see them maybe. And most of those, they won't be able to take you to them because they first have to call the owner and negotiate that they're going to get one of the month's rent before they'll even show it to you to be paid. And most people will be like, no, I'm not going to pay you. I'm not giving up one of my month's rent. Mm-hmm. So it's waste of time. I know there's certain circumstances and all that. Sure, of course. and I hate to say, you know, don't ever, but just, yeah, you got to do it yourself. Just look them up, go and see them, and you know, the good thing is make sure you know the price before you walk in there. Pretty important, because yes, then you might get the white price sort of thing, but for the most part, you're gonna have to do it. You know, you can find a local that'll go look for you and that kind of thing, but outside of that, how did you sell everything? I'm in that phase. So in Canada, we have Kijiji, right?
Yeah.
We have Kijiji, which is owned by eBay, which is crazy because eBay doesn't have it in America. But you guys already have Craigslist, right? And so I started off asking good numbers for everything, right? You know, getting what I can and everything. I had, you know, for the firearms, I had to make sure you have to go in Canada. It was crazy, right? Because you have to get their license, and then that you have to apply to the government. Then you have to get transportation permits, and it's a huge process. But you still had to use Kijiji to find the people that wanted to buy them all. And then there's like the car. I waited till the very last. Obviously, I had an Audi SUV, and so yeah, I had like different things. But really, for me, it was Kijiji. But in the U.S., it's kind of Craigslist, and in other countries, it's Facebook, right? But in the end, I was literally giving it away for like $1.
Okay, I was about to say that. I gave all my stuff. I didn't sell anything.
Yeah.
I had a family,
to a
a man
point.
who had a decent family, hardworking guy, 2 children, and he just didn't have time or money to buy stuff for his kids. And his house was very minimalistic. And he helped me out so much in life with certain things like fixing stuff and whatnot. And he came over to my condo, and I said, you want that shelf and you want this? And then it just turned out he just came out with the carriage. I'm like, you want the stereo? Take it. Your son need the PlayStation? Take it. I'm getting rid of these couches. I'm putting them outside. You want them? Take the couches.
Oh, that's
and
great.
He basically just emptied out my apartment. He went down 2 floors in the condo, and he took everything. He emptied it out for me. I got my guy to come in to put a new floor in because, you know, whatever. I realized that when you make a decision like this, when you're ready to go, you're ready to go, but you're also ready to get rid of the objects that you have affection for. This is huge. You guys talk about fear. When you are in the state like I was, where I was a hoarder, and I owned the best stuff, the best speakers, the best suede couches, like pink suede couches. Like I was high class, living in the most high class place. I had an attachment to my stuff. It was so bad, horribly bad. So for me to get rid of that stuff was the best release I've ever done. That's how actually I started my transformation, because it is a transformation. Once I did that, I got rid of all the things I loved. You know, that was me. I walked into my home every day, my humble Accord, comfortable, quiet, smelled good, fridge full of food, like this. My life was so luxurious, but I got rid of it, guys. And that is just ripping out that old part of me. So when I came here with my little bag, talk about scary, it's a scary thing, but I have experience. I went to Colombia first, Mexico, whatever. I've been traveling, I have experience, but I did go through that phase. So when you leave, just remember that there are people around you that love you, so give them your stuff. And it's more worth it than selling your cabinet for $40.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky. Like
In the end, I had to give a lot away for free,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I always take a big move when you move to your second life or when you move here. This is a spiritual experience. It's also a transformation experience. And I think you should really view it like that, because a lot of guys come here and they bring back a lot of the attachments that they had when they come here. So you don't want to do that. And you'll notice the guys who do that here, they don't last more than a month. Some guys bring back all that stuff and they're just like, well, I don't know if I want to, because they're not spiritually there yet. And these people are sometimes like 65 years old. Can you imagine being 65 years old and not knowing what you're doing in life? It's a hard reality for a lot of people. So anyway, that's another thing I'd like to share with you guys about the transformation.
Yeah, he'll tell you stuff that I don't. Like I said, you definitely need to follow his channel because you're made different. P isn't bad. No, she isn't actually. You're going to learn a lot from that content there. She's very well educated on everything. Plus, she's been doing it for so long. But that number is much smaller. It's much bigger than that. Much, much bigger. We're live right now. Are you beggar children? No begging here, guys. No begging. Bye-bye. We don't allow it here. And people who give to beggar children, please, you got to realize you need to break the cycle.
Yeah.
Because people give is why they do it. So the parents will have their kids go out all day and tell them not to come home till 11 p.m. And they go out there or they make their money or whatever. They don't put them in school because it's more profitable because you're giving them money to keep them out of school. Then they'll have kids one day. Oh, it's the most profitable thing is to put my kids in school out and put them out as beggars. So please stop. If little old lady, perfect, give her money. Okay, she can't do anything about that, right? Like that's it. Or somebody's handicapped or missing a leg, whatever. Help them. Great, wonderful. Able-bodied people, and please don't give it to the children. I know it seems like, oh, I need to help them. It's a professional gig. I promise you. We see them every day here having this bar. The parents have them go out at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
They are not to go home till 11 p.m. at night. They're the sweetest, nicest kids, everything else. They'll play with Laura and everything else. They really are. But it's a game. It's a job. It's unfortunate and it's sad, but it continues because it's profitable. So please don't. Anyway, 150K is, trust me, I know for a fact based on her numbers. Whoa, wait. She makes way more than that. Way more than that. Enormous.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I read this message. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I do. This is the lowest.
The full budget.
Yep. The lowest I can pay. You see, like I can go over that. That's no problem. But literally, the lowest I can pay is that amount. And if I wanted to, but like I like to splurge, so putting in a little bit of extra money in is totally fine with me. It's no problem. I just make sure that that's a number that I can live on if I decide not to do anything. So, and just do my normal stuff. But if I'm going on vacation or I want extra stuff. Oh.
Keep talking.
Oh, okay. It's fine. Just keep your budget real low so you got a little room for play money, right? So who knows? I might even try to reduce that. I might actually make another video where I'm cutting that down because, as I said, I got a friend over here that the rent is literally half the price. So I can already drop that to almost 300 if I wanted to. So that's it. That's it.
So I don't use any of those. The good thing about West Fardell, and the reason I'm not paid to do this or anything like that, is because they are literally the most phenomenal internet company I've had. They literally have a Facebook, like a 24-hour man Facebook account that you contact them and say, my internet's down. They're like, okay, 1 minute, sir. Okay, try it now. Okay, good. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like incredible customer service. And what they do is they have Globe. I think they also have PLDT, and then they have another one, and they have all 3 going into their servers, or whatever. I'm not an internet provider. Anyway, they have it all 3 come in, so that when Globe goes down for an area because of an underwater cable or whatever, they still have 2 other options, and they still keep giving me internet, and I get ridiculous speeds. So, like I said, I have up to a gigabit at some of my locations. So, yeah. Very, very happy with them. So that's why I leave a sign here in the bar because people always ask me and I don't have to do anything. I told the guy, put a sign up there. Plus I like supporting people that, they come here, they eat, and they're very, very supportive here.
Oh, okay, I like to clarify those as well. Go to Gus for a second. Gus Mako. Yeah, got 400 a month right here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys. It's not 400 a month on rent. It's 400 a month for all my food.
That's everything.
Going out. My rent, it's everything included.
That's his life.
Yeah, my rent is way below $200. So it's like, and the food here is so cheap if you shop at the market. The 400, I dropped it down there. There's a lot of months where I go over that, but that's okay. I put my balance that low. That's officially what I can do if I literally just didn't do too much. But I like to travel and I like to go on dates and do all that kind of stuff. So it might go a bit higher.
His rent is $120 a month. Okay,
that's right.
And I do the conversion for him.
I know. In my mind, it's like 100. Yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah. I would love to go to the hospital. Maybe somebody have pay a hospital if I can. Hopefully, have enough left over for me. You can definitely go to the hospital and help people. So there is a law in the Philippines that if they go to a provincial hospital, it's free. Just to be clear, it's free, right? If you are poor, it's not free if they have a good incomes and all that stuff, right? And what they do is they have this financial aid thing they have to fill in, and they get it. But often, even though the provincial hospitals are improving and getting better over time, people are still, even the people that don't have the money, they'll go to the private hospital because they're like, I don't care, my loved one, I want them to get the best. But they don't have the money for it. And then they get stuck. And so they have a law here that says they can't keep them there, and what they'll do is they'll keep them there so that you can't, until they pay their bill, so that the family basically has to keep paying forever, plus the bill keeps going up because they're not letting the person out. And so they made a law saying it's illegal unless they're in a private room. And so then now they'll take somebody who needs some major surgery or whatever, and they put them in a private room on purpose. And that way they get around that law, and they can basically keep them indefinitely or if they pass away or whatever, until they pay all this money. Really sad sort of thing. So there is people that do need help with this. The government is there to help on the provincial one. Like we have the governor here, so if somebody goes to the provincial hospital and needs some major surgery, and they're like, sorry, PhilHealth is only going to pay, this much of it, then the governor or the mayor or somebody will step in and approve the difference. That's pretty common. But the private hospitals are full of people that are in bad places, bad situations. And what you could do is say, I'd like to speak with like 10 families, so I can choose which one I think deserve it the most or something too. You could do that so that it's not just their sister's brother or cousin, something of the person you're asking. Maybe you'll get and then you can pick the absolute most needed circumstance. No problem. Born and raised in Iloilo City, moved to Guam in 1982. Happily retired with my lovely and beautiful Filipina in this island paradise of Guam. Hey, Steve. You know what? Steve and Liz. I meet a lot of people from Guam. Come visit us here sometime. There's a lot of people here from Roxas that also live in Guam as well. Yeah, so I just sold everything and then finally gave it all away. I think we talked about that. I do have to end this soon to get back to work. Lots of stuff going on here. Yeah, he knows about this, by the way. Apparently, just having a girl in a bikini got him flagged. And, it didn't matter so much for him that it's 18 plus now and all that stuff because he's not monetized yet. So, but in the future, I did tell him what he can do and how he can go about making sure that he doesn't have to deal with this kind of thing going forward. But for now, it doesn't affect him so much, but he knows about it. Probably have to do an estate sale, take a loss, otherwise it takes a consonant. Yeah. Oh, trust me, you're gonna hate Facebook. There's a reason why people selling on Facebook, and then people make those memes. It'll be like, hi, is this still available? Yes, it is. Hi, is this still available? Yes, it is. And it's listed for $200, $5. No, it's $200. I could take like $180. Hi, is it still available? Yes, it is. $5. It's $200. I can't help you there. You deliver? No, you have to come pick it up. $5. It's just like this meme, right? It's the most annoying thing in the world to sell. Totally get it. Another one from Guam. Hello, guys. Hello, David. Look at that. You guys can all meet each other. Liquidating. Lots of stuff going on here. Your best chance for getting low rentals. I have another It's true. It's true. Yeah, negotiations and everything are always going to be better with Filipino. It's not like people are thinking in the West there, where it's like if you look more like you're more financially stable, that the renter will desperately want to get you, right? Like somebody with an 800 credit score, they're going to fight over your business, right? This is the Philippines. You want to look as poor as possible. You want to go in there, and there's no credit checks here. There's no credit scores here. There's none of that exists. And so you want to look like as desperate as possible to get the very best prices possible. It isn't like the West where it's like, now I already know the price. Price is there, right? Yeah. And so you go in there, I go in there dressed in a suit and I show up my Audi or whatever, nice car and everything. And I come in there and I'd say, I'd like to get this place here or whatever. And to get the guy to be willing to negotiate, you have to come off as, I want this tenant. this guy is never going to give me problems. This guy's going to take care of my place. Here it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
They're not even going to fix up or clean the place before you see it, by the way. They'll say to you, we will do all of these things if you rent it.
Right.
You know how many houses I've seen for sale? Weeds are through the windows missing, all kinds of stuff.
Actually,
and I'm like, why didn't you fix up the house before listing it for sale? And they're like, oh no, we would do that after you buy it. I'm like,
oh yeah. And if you're going to do a rental here and it's like that, you have a lot of leg room to negotiate. Our friend Steve, have you done Steve's home yet? You have to do Steve's home. That's one mind-boggling. Anywho, Steve found a place on Facebook. Again, he's been here for a while, so he had his ear on the floor. And this place was not worked on, and he wanted a certain price. And Steve literally just got like 80% off. He goes, "This is how much rent I'm going to give you, and I'm going to fix the entire house with a 5-year lease." And I won't say anything. I'm going to hook
I
up
got
with
to
Steve.
see this.
Yeah,
I got to see this.
Yeah.
Because that's my mentality. But most of them are like, yeah, you can fix it up. Remember when I was looking? If you just look at my older videos, guys, when I was looking for this house, I'm going to move this so it'll hit my mic. And I literally was looking at places, and we'd make a deal at $20,000, $25,000, and then I'm going to spend hundreds of thousands fixing up their place, so I need a long term. And they would come back and go, yeah, we thought about it, and we decided we're not $20,000 a month. We're going to charge you $80,000 a month, and you're going to spend the hundreds of thousands. And another one was like, okay, fine, we will give it to you for the 25 or whatever we negotiated, but you're going to spend $200,000 fixing it up to be the way you like it. But we've decided that we want it back after 12 months. And I was like, wait a minute. So I'm going to spend a year fixing it up, and then you're just going to take it?
Yeah, you're going to take it from me, yeah. If
What?
you're a very good negotiator in your life, in your business, you're going to do really well here because you'll be able to navigate that part.
Kyla?
With experience.
Everybody can hear me.
They're not going to
Coffee, please.
fix that house up because, well, simply they just don't have the money. That's the thing. That's the advantage that you have. So, if you're going to stay here for a long time and you like your place, get that 3-year lease or get that 5-year lease and just make sure that whatever rent that they have, knock it down by 80%. Like literally, just try it out and then try to get it as low as you can. And then you fix the house up the way you want. And that's it. That's the best way to do it, actually.
Yeah, I made my paradise. Now I'm just going to be sad when I got to leave it. But honestly, not really, because here it's like, have to have purpose. Purpose in life is wonderful, right? And just like where you are now, Harry, right? For them, that gave them purpose. They rented this little place. They fixed it up. They made it cool. They do little projects and everything. Like people like tinkering for a reason, right?
Yeah.
People live working on cars, woodworking, having a shop and all. It's no different. Gardens. It's so you have the ability to go here with very little money. We're not talking putting out $40,000 here. We're talking about you can rent something for $300 a month or whatever, and then you maybe even less. And then you go and you're putting in $500 a month into this place, and you're cleaning it up, and you're fixing it up, and you're doing a lot of the work yourself. And then it's like, after a couple of years, you got to give it back. You lost that value because people think the collection of that money and retention of the money is the purpose of life, right? It's like they all play the game of life, literally the board game. How much money did you have at the end?
That's right.
But guess what?
Yeah.
It's not like that. That's not really what life is about, I assure you. And so at the end of the month, or at the end of the 2-year lease or whatever you did, it's like on to a new adventure, which makes life exciting again because it's like, okay, now what am I going to do next?
That's right.
And give me something going and keep my juices flowing and keep me from dying, because you're going to die if you do nothing.
That's right. You'll die inside. You'll die before you're even dead. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. Oh, that's a big one. We'll get into that later. That's nothing.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I try to keep these not too long. And the reason I try not to keep them too long is people afterwards will watch them. If it doesn't say it's 6 hours long, people complain. I'm not watching that video. It says it's 2.5 hours long. I'm not watching that.
Is that how long we've been doing that for?
Oh, I have no idea. I just, it's right here. 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, so we're already going to say this about this one. Let's be honest. They're going to be like, but I do want to do, and I'll bring it back to that. But we'll have like Harry in here. He'll tell like what his perspective on things is, and then we'll have another guy who maybe has, like my friend. Maybe he comes to town. he has condos all over and houses all over the Philippines and everything, and he loves like that kind of. That's his thing, you know. He gets these places, then he rents them out for top dollar too, and stuff like that. And he likes the convenience of having, you know, summer homes everywhere, essentially. And but yeah, his whole mindset and his thoughts, and then you get the perspective. And so we just pass the mic basically, and everybody get a half hour with that guy, half hour with that guy, half hour with that guy, and you get the perspective where you get the solo guy right here going around picking up all the chicks, you know. And then you have the other guys that are much more about that.
Yeah.
Also, oh, there we went all back. So yeah, I don't want to keep them too long. That's the key.
Yeah.
That is, it's important. Retention is important, and then more people will watch it after the fact too. All right, so quickly though, I'm going to grab some of these last ones here. So if you have any points you want to make, you want to say anything, now's the time to say it. We're going to do it now. But by the way, let's help him get to 500 subscribers.
Thanks, guys.
Okay? It's right there.
And thanks for everyone.
Goes
Thank
abroad.
you so much. And I appreciate Michael too for helping me out. Michael and I, we never knew each other, but he really put his foot forward for me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I always like helping
And you know, I'm Michael's neighbor, right? So I just go to the beach and I walk about a minute. I can get to his house. So it's also very nice just to be here with you too. So thank you again. And at the Beaver, he just installed dartboards. I want to talk about that.
Did you go piss?
I did.
Oh my God, your microphone was on.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Guys, that is hilarious. That's so... It's a good way to cap off the video. Typical. It's so typical of me, okay? That's so...
Wow. It's a good thing you're a single guy. You didn't bring your girlfriend in there and everybody's just commenting and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I don't hear anything. What do you hear?
One guy's like, freedom.
Wow.
That was a good way to end it.
Hotel across the street from the restaurant here is San Antonio Resort. Very, very often it will show booked out if you go on all the hotels.com and everything. You got to find them and contact them directly. San Antonio Resort. If you look Canadian Beaver Bar, Roxas City on Google Maps, then you can just look at all the hotels around. If you click them, they have phone numbers, contacts, websites, or whatever. Go or look them on Facebook, that kind of thing. Also, JFK is another great one, owned by a German guy. Much cheaper, but it's a no frills, right? But you get air conditioning, you get a bed. Which is some of the rooms have 10 beds. But yeah, they have a great pool there. Everybody actually likes it there because of the vibe of the German guy, the family there. He'll sit and have beers with you and everything. He's a really chill guy. And they're going to pay like 1,000 pesos less. I know you're still thinking about
because
the
there's
pissing.
someone here that says, no one else noticed that.
Listen, some people are into that.
Sorry, guys, did totally just not thought about it. I just really had to go. We've been here for 2 hours. I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah. You're not gonna get robbed here. Really. Like, you know what? People say, oh, no, I know a guy who, you know, okay, so stay out of Manila. Stay out of, like, you know, when you go to Angeles City and then watch your wallets, you got these kids running around with you. They're professional, like, you know, just take your money, you know, that. Of course, but normal life here in the Philippines is not a safety concern, I assure you. Time of opportunity. Leaving your phone on that table and walking off.
Oh, that's huge.
May result in somebody taking it away.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. If someone steals from you in the Philippines, it's not their fault. It's your fault.
You kind of really done stupid stuff.
Yeah, it's your fault. Yeah,
Nobody climbed over your wall.
That's right.
And broke into your house and stole your stuff. You bring in, like I had workers one time, tons of workers. You leave your door wide open. Yeah. You leave something that looks like it could go missing and nobody would notice. It can happen. But, you know, people see the bars and the windows and the barbed wire everywhere, and I'm like, that's what it used to be like here. It used to be a dangerous place. That was decades ago. And they just continue it. It's just like a mindset sort of thing. But it's not because people scale walls here and rob places. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's so rare.
It's so rare because the Filipino people, they're not thieves. Okay? They're island people. They're very like they don't. I'm sure there's seas everywhere, but
Sure.
if you go to Mexico, you're going to get seas, okay? In Colombia, you're going to get seas. This is the, you got to be very careful. You got to always look behind your, in Colombia, when you walk down the street, you have to look behind your back every 2 seconds. That's the type of place that is. Mexico, sort of the same thing. Well, in the Philippines, they are not natural thieves. They're very good, beautiful people. Their economic is very different. So they don't come from this place. And in fact, there's really nothing to steal, okay? When a foreigner comes here, yeah, you leave your phone. Look, I bought a brand new propane tank. It was nice and red, brand new, with a burner on it. My old place had an outdoor kitchen with a big window, and the rule is lock the window. So there was my beautiful tank, and I loved it. I cooked there every day. And then one day I opened the kitchen up, bang, it was gone. And then I've noticed that I left the window open. People see that propane tank all the time, and that window is locked all the time, and no one stole it. But because I left the window open, it's an opportunity for them. They need opportunity here. That's what it is here. It's not, they're not going to steal from you, but if you give them the opportunity to, then it's your fault.
possible.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
possible.
Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's very rare, I would
Yeah.
say. Like I would say.
The average person still wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Here, like they still wouldn't do it. Anyway, yes, a crime opportunity sort of thing
Yeah.
is totally possible, but doesn't mean it's going to happen. Nobody's climbing over your walls. Nobody's stealing anything. Most people keep their doors unlocked here, it's, to be very honest. Yeah, you and a piece, like, well, think of the average home here. A piece of bamboo going to keep them away, right? Like,
yeah, no,
They
no.
leave their door, they don't have screens or anything. They leave everything wide open for breeze and everything, yet
Yeah.
nobody cares. They aren't money driven here. Very few, very, very few. Which is why it's not westernized like you would imagine, because it's not materialistic here. And so often, if say 500 pesos is the baseline, often that's the baseline. Once they reach that, the interest in working and doing more will wane often. And
Yeah.
now it's, okay, now I want to go do family, I want to go friends, I want to go to the beach, I want
right.
to go do whatever. The interest to go further. So we will do the 12-hour days, 16-hour days, and we just want to make more money, side jobs, hustles, this. It's really not no. There are, don't get me wrong, and they are the most successful Filipinos because they're hustlers, you know, and they got business here and business here. They took no money from that business until they built it up, and
Yeah.
then now they live in these great homes and everything else. They exist.
Oh, there's
They
some
are-
rich Filipinos
They
here.
are
Holy
very
shit.
small. The
Yeah.
average person here, just let me go and lay out here on the beach and play in the beach, you know, and that's it. And so how much money do I have to make to get to that point? And it's a very true thing. But those are the same reasons, instead of seeing it as a negative, that everybody says, I want to come to the Philippines, because here they have a more conservative traditional values. Well, you can't have it both ways, guys. You can't have them be money hungry and materialistic and want all these things, but then also have the other side of it.
Yeah.
Why it is so good here. So anyway, I don't see any new comments coming in, so I feel like
Yeah, maybe that's it, guys.
that is, see, that, you know, it's got a natural ending on this thing. And yeah, the beach is super packed. So I'm going to try to show you guys before I say goodbye on this thing so you can see what I mean. But well, it's busy enough. The water's just come in, the tide is. $1,500 a month. It depends where, sounds pretty cheap to me. Yeah, Mexico's been going up in price, but you're right. It's all
It's
relative.
not just the rent; it's the food. The food's so expensive there; it's almost not worth it anymore. So, yeah.
When I'm not home, not worried about it. Yeah, like it doesn't happen here though. Like honestly, like you're more likely to have rats or something else if you don't come home for a long period of time. Termites might eat everything. It's really not going to be because somebody's robbing you.
The trick here is that when you move to anywhere in the Philippines, you need to have neighbors. That's it. The neighbors, there's like a community watch. If you want to live in the Philippines and you have no neighbors and you're in an area, you know, you're going to be more susceptible to a home raid.
Yeah.
If you have neighbors and you got eyes everywhere, nothing's going to happen. Like where we live, like Noi, Harry, myself, the other neighbor, all the people at the beach, the people across the street, the guys who have the sorry, we all know each other. We like wake up in the morning, like, oh, hey, John. Oh, hey, Fred. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It won't.
So yeah, here's an example though. I'm not saying it never happens.
Yeah,
So
it never
clearly,
happens, yeah.
your family house was very close to people that are willing to steal, and so it was an epidemic for you. They somehow broke your iron gate and fence and brick walls and everything broke. They did climb over there and they threw your dog over the fence and the rooster and all that. Where I'm saying most times you'd have to leave your fence wide open. The chicken kind of wandered a bit and somebody grabbed it and crime of opportunity. But in your case, okay, it does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't. So I guess some people do climb over walls to take a rooster. But for the most part, it's crime of opportunity.
Right.
It doesn't mean it's not. And a big thing about the Philippines is
Sorry to hear that, man.
yeah, is the anonymous aspect.
Yeah.
Crime is more rampant in the West because you're anonymous, right? You can steal from that guy and your grandmother, cousin, brother, sister, whatever, is not watching you do it. You come to the Philippines, in that neighborhood, everybody's related. There's shame involved in this whole thing. They're gonna go steal from you when your grandmother saw you, your aunts, uncle. Everybody lives very close together, and there's no, in your case, the other person there, where it sounds like you were way out in the provinces or something, not a lot of people around to see. You can get away with it. It's the same in the West, where you don't know anybody, you don't have any family connections or anything, so you just grab something from a guy and run away. You're basically, I don't know, the guy was tall. I don't know. But here, like, everybody kind of knows everybody, and that helps. Shame is still an existing thing here. All right. So anyway, guys, I'm going to let you all go now. This has been great. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure you check out Dad Bod over here.
Thanks, guys.
And
Thank you,
hopefully you're also subscribed to me. You wouldn't be commenting because I always turn that off. And thank you very much to our members that join this channel and support it for like the $3 a month or whatever. Very, very appreciative. I know some of you I think I have 10 people that pay $15 a month. Pretty cool, right?
Wow.
I know, it's awesome. Thank you very much. We got a video. Well, I put out videos recently. Very few people watch them. So I don't know if it's the new algorithm. I may see low views for a while. I don't know for me. Or maybe you just haven't seen it yet. So you can check it out. I'm putting out another one tomorrow tomorrow. That is going to be phenomenal. You'll really like it. It's unlike some of the other videos I've done. And I think you'll find it very, very interesting. It's a guy from the Maldives that moved here, and how dare him? He's going to compete with me. He's going to compete with me just a few doors down from me, and we're talking like the level of detail, money, everything that he's putting into his bar. I'm jealous. I'm jealous, man. Anyway, I went and checked it out. Stay tuned. That's coming in tomorrow. So thank you very much. I'm going to give you guys a little view here of our beautiful view here at the beach.
Bye, guys.
And come to the Canadian Beaver in Roxas City. Wait, take your microphone off. Before you start hitting on all the girls.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Here, wait. Give me a hand for a second.
Very carefully. Move it this way more. Just lift up the table.
Yep.
I'm just going to go a few inches. Just a few inches.
All right, brother.